Welcome to the Cole and Dre podcast. I'm Cole.
And this is Dre. We back in the building with a very special guest, man. H-Town culture's in the building, man. Hold up, man.
What's happening, Dre Cole? What's happening?
What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm good. How you
Man,
doing,
hold on. Introduce the guest by name, Dre. I do a full introduction, man. Introduce your partner, man.
See, man, this is everybody partner, man. This is one of the coolest dudes ever come out the city of Houston, man. This is my boy Shawn, man. You know what I'm talking about? Mr. Pop a Bottle, Mr. Keep a Bad One with him, you know what I'm talking about?
Man, no.
I'm a fan of good work.
I don't need that type of title, man. I don't need that type of title, but I appreciate the love, though.
Yes, sir. What's up, bro? How you been, man?
Man, I'm blessed.
Welcome to the show, man.
I'm definitely, like I told you, I'm definitely, thankful to be here. Let's go ahead and start it off right.
Let's get it right. Let's get it right, man. This is your time.
My brother Dre, I definitely appreciate it because I'm a true Southside, gentleman. So, growing up in the 90s, late, mid-90s, we wasn't always a fan of the North Side, so let's just be real. So, it was a South Side versus North Side situation. They never did nothing to me personally, but, just how we grew up.
Just the culture.
But I always respected the Boss. Was it Boss Life? Boss Life?
It was Boss Hog Outlaws at the time.
Okay, yeah, I definitely appreciate their movement. I definitely appreciate how Slim and Rico and Dre and Milton and Shy, how y'all move. So it's always been that type of love. And then when you had to go do your situation, it was always like free Dre. So, and then one time we were just talking about, Roxy. Remember Roxy when you got into a fight and you went to jail?
They let me go.
And
they let me go. Okay, but the law, man.
I said, I don't know. I didn't know that. See, that part alone tells you
they let me
what
go,
Dre got going on.
They let me go.
How Dre slam a lawman and let you go home, I don't know. But hey.
It was his fault. He walked up behind me.
Okay, but even that was it's just the way, you know what I'm saying? So I always respect how people move as a team. So it was always just a love of, how your crew moves. So when you told me about it, I'm definitely going to come do it. Because, I've always respected how y'all move. I respect, Dre. And I even like when Slim and Rico got into it and they kind of parted ways, but, they came back together. That's what real family do. That's
definitely. A lot of people don't even know that, though.
You really my dog.
You've been around.
So for a minute, I was like, okay, so that, it wasn't never no talking about each other, but it's like, okay, we ain't fucking with each other. But then, the brotherhood is going to always circle back because, we've always been through stuff with brothers, So I definitely appreciate it. So I definitely thank you for having me. And,
no question. It was only right, my man.
Yes, sir.
It's only right. I got.
Cole, OG. We've been talking, so I know you are OG. So I definitely, I appreciate the love for having me.
I mean, I just wanted to bring light to you, bro, because like I said, you've been out here in these streets representing for H-Town all over the country, all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to, we like to bring people a part of our culture, and you're a big part of that culture, bro. Whether you know it or not, believe it or not, you're a big part of that culture, at least from my point of view. You know what I mean? Definitely. So, you know what I'm saying? So, you're an interesting figure that people just might not know unless they know you.
Exactly.
So now we want to put you on our platform to let everybody know who you is.
That's funny because sometimes people be like, I don't know you, but you just look like you. I'm like, man, I just be chilling. I do what I do, but I'm not here to.
You got a cool look, really, on some real shit. He just got a cool look.
And I ain't gonna lie, that's why I was late, because I had to stop and get a haircut.
He stay fresh now.
I ain't getting on y'all podcast looking half-assed. I'm like, yo, barber, I need a last-minute Monday cut, and you ain't even open, so let's figure this out. So I'm hitting Dre yo, I'm on my way, but I'm a little late because my barber was a little late.
That's how you know you the man. When you can call a man on Monday, hey, look, I need a line up for my, for the podcast.
I mean, your chip's still right. That means you got clout. That means everything is good in the town.
Everything's culture.
Exactly.
Love it. Hold on, before we...
I got good credit with him.
Yes, sir. Beautiful. Before we get any further, man, I gotta say this. R.I.P. to my homie, man. Make sure you get him all the way, man. My partner passed today, man. Well, he passed actually on the 5th. Man, it's I love you, homie. R.I.P. to my boy Anthony Ray Fokker, better known as Annie Ray, man. Yeah. It was a big bow, man. We had his services today, and it was a true homegoing celebration. It wasn't no funeral. It was all love, man.
Celebration of life.
It was a true celebration of life, man. We love you. We're going to miss you, homie. And it was a testament of your great spirit of what happened today. He rode around the ward like Biggie rode down the street. People was on both sides filming, taking pictures. You made me, that's how I want to go. God damn, boy, you did that, man. Fifth Ward legend, man. And let me say this before we get into this interview, man. So Jay Prince was speaking, and Jay told everybody to throw up their circles, and that's that circle, Fifth Ward. Y'all don't know.
See, here we
And
go. See, here we go.
my mama was sitting next to me, and she didn't, she was just. I had to teach my mama, and we had a whole little congregation at the funeral to try to teach my mama how to throw up the circle. So I just wanted to say that R.I.P. to you. Let's get back to the interview, man. Thank you for coming on the show.
It wouldn't be a show without a Fifth Ward.
Exactly. See. Yes,
Beautiful, man.
Straight like that.
So you've been a quiet storm on the cool.
Oh, definitely a quiet storm.
Yeah, you like
That's a good way to
real
describe it.
quiet storm. I think, that's a great, in my opinion, that would be a cool analogy because taking a look at some of the moves you done made, I'm like, damn, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Normally, and it's funny because me and Dre know so many of the same people, but we didn't know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't know you, but Dre did. And, when I'm listening to, y'all vibe prior to us getting on the air, and I'm like, damn, you've been a quiet storm, man. How in the hell have you made all this noise, but yet been so quiet?
I mean, I think I just know my role. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be more than what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've come to understand that, like, what I need to do, and I want to thrive to be good at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started out, if we're going to talk about just the beginnings, it's just, I went to Welch Middle School on the south side. Me and B. Cox, Brian Michael Cox, we were just regular friends there. Beyonce went to Welch with us. Just that whole environment. I think probably Drake can attest to how, wherever you grew up at, like, just your own circle on your side, you just kind of grow up in that mix, you know what I'm saying? And as you grow up, you go to, teenage parties, and I think that was just kind of like, being in, like we were talking about earlier, like just nightlife, but it would start off in like middle school, high school parties, and then me and B. Cox linked back up when we was in our 20s, and we just, it was like, let's rock, and everybody, that's the thing about it, everybody's not meant to go, everybody, all your friends can't work with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people hang on, no respect to whatever Ja Morant got going on, but that should have never worked if he was in our camp. Homeboys are not like, yo, we not doing that, and I believe that, Boss Hog wouldn't allow that, like, y'all not gonna let Slim, like, y'all not gonna let Slim go out to look bad, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm not gonna let B. Cox go out to look bad, and because of my relationship with Brian, because he is so big, I've been open to other doors now. So now I'm in different rooms. So now I'm not just gonna be no nigga in the room just chilling. Like, I'm gonna get to know like who that manager is right there. Oh, let me get with your manager. Boom, boom, boom. So that way you start, because before social media, you had to know somebody. So it wasn't like I can just go online and just hit somebody. So like now it's like, so luckily, the crazy story is like when Paul Wall did grills in Atlanta, he flew to Atlanta by himself. Me and B. Cox was in the car. Jermaine Dupri called. Brian's like, yo, your man in town. Boom, boom, boom. To my Paul Wall or whatever. So I called Goo. I'm like, Goo, you in town? He's like, nah, Paul out there by himself for the night. I was like, bet. So, that's back when I served sipping days. So I hit Paul. We, pulled up to the street. I got some syrup. We drunk or whatever. And that's the first time I met Nelly when they all did grills. So I was in the studio, and that's just how that relationship was built with, like, the Dirty Camp. So now it's like, oh, okay, you cool with Nelly and them. So now whenever Nelly come to town, his people hit me like, yo, you know what I'm saying, what should we do, or blah, blah, blah. Somebody hit from Houston hit me like, yo, we want to do Nelly. Can you put me in context? So like when Nelly did Vince Young Weekend, I put that together. He did some stuff with like Russ Corley and just, different things like that. Like I was the person to go to.
Man, shout out to Russ too, man. Russ, get at your boy, Leo. God damn,
Yeah.
I ain't seen you in a minute, homie. Check in, man.
Yeah, so just stuff like that, man. So, and just, steady evolving, like, just staying down with your crew and staying down with your camp. And so just that, Brian has always been, I want to say that same thing like with y'all, like Brian's always my number one, but then you also able to branch out. Like, Milton does bodyguarding, but that's still the best friend. You do what you do, that's still the best friend. I think Rico does real estate now. He's still the best friend. So me and Brian did that, so I was able to branch out to do other things, but, that's always my number one brother. So it's always like, whatever he needs, he's top priority. But, through that, I was able to just meet other relationships and just do other things.
That's super dope, man. Your network, man. Your network.
Your network equals your net worth.
Big facts,
Real,
man.
And you know what, you were saying something, right? And I think it's like you said, that was before social media. These kids don't have social skills like that. Like they literally. I remember my daughter telling me it was rude for this dude to ask her for her number. At least he needed to say what's a Snapchat or Instagram, and then you
Yeah,
can
I
figure
mean,
it out.
hearing
I'm like,
that, man.
damn, that's what they doing.
That's what life has come to, huh?
Like that's what it is. Like,
Like
man.
they don't, like you don't even have to hold a sentence no more. Like you really just literally like what's your IG or just you know what I'm saying. Like, and I think that's what has made the world so disconnect when it comes to people. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you can't really hold a full conversation. You know what I'm
Kids
saying?
ain't got
Because
no rep, man.
because like you're not even forced to interaction. Like you know you're not even forced to get to know somebody. So at least you know at our age you used to go outside and go meet your neighbors.
See,
Or,
I'm from that pen and paper era. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
exactly.
That pen and paper era.
Keep
You know
that-
what I'm talking about?
I'm so front.
Man, look.
I keep one in my pocket right now. I'm too old, man.
Look,
I mean, I ain't used it in a while, but I'm
Yeah, I
from
ain't
that
used it
era.
either, but yeah, exactly.
I still keep this.
Look,
thing.
man, look, you wasn't playing. You wasn't going to asteroid on Saturday without that pen and that paper, man. You
What?
playing
You
games.
have a good pen. You making sure that motherfucker
He done
right.
went back. He said Astroworld.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It's real H-Town culture right
Yes,
H-Town
sir.
culture,
Yes,
man.
sir.
That's dope, man. Damn, can't too many people say they went to school with two musical
That's-
legends,
that's
man.
crazy.
Beyonce and Brian Michael Cox.
That's crazy.
They are two of the biggest in the game, bro. Well, I ain't gonna say, did you see it in them back then? I mean, I don't know when they got involved in music.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. Like I was, even now, I'm not very musical. I do the business side. Like I make sure motherfuckers is up on time. I make sure motherfuckers like the deals get done and blah blah blah. Like that's more or less like musical side. I go in and listen. I be like, why y'all did that same exact line 30 times? Because I don't know. Like you know, they have a musical ear, so I don't
Right,
know
yeah.
nothing about that part of it.
Yeah,
But
that's
like,
definitely a gift. It ain't something they just go in there and do. That's definitely a gift. I say that all the time. Like, I like what I like, but I don't think I can build it from the bottom.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I
it's
like
like-
the finished product. I don't think I can build a product.
Because I think we've all been in the studio and you see somebody doing it over and over, and you like, I've seen people do things 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, I ain't see no difference in that shit.
That's me.
I didn't see no difference in what you
I
did
didn't- yeah, I'd
10
be
minutes
like,
ago to right now.
man, look.
I ain't see,
Right.
what's right about that and what wasn't right
But
about
versus
10
the
minutes
other part,
ago?
yeah,
The fuck out of here,
Exactly.
man. That shit the same
That's
thing.
exactly. So yeah, I definitely didn't. I definitely did. And even at that point, because again, that's back before social media. So like, I didn't even know because Brian went to HSPVA. I went to Westbury. So even we had like a little gap. We didn't see each other. But I used to hear people talk about, oh yeah, a producer named B Cox. But even at that point, I'm like, I got a homeboy named B Cox, but I didn't know. You know, so till we end up linking back up at the, and we just talking about that at the old school Max's, not when Max's went on Gessner and Westheimer. It was like on that little side
Augusta.
street, Augusta.
Yeah, that's
I never
what
forget. So we was in Augusta. I'm like, nigga, like we 21. Like he in the hell with a fur on, popping bottles. I'm like, nigga, that's back when we was young. So I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? He like, oh, I live in Atlanta now, blah blah. So we like, well, let's link up, and we linked up, and I found out like, oh, nigga, you the nigga that's doing Jagged Edge shit. You the nigga that's doing blah blah blah. So I was like, oh, okay. So then we linked up, and it just happened to be, you know, just get along, and me just, like you just always got to know your place. Like I know I'm a boss, but I also know he's a boss above me. So I don't never get like, I don't feel like I'm better than, you know what I'm saying? Like some niggas think, oh,
Right.
some niggas gonna try to clash. 'Cause like when you see me on my own, nigga, I'm me. Like,
Right.
but that's not like, I still know that I got somebody I got to answer to. You know what I'm saying? So when he called me, it's still like, all right, bet. And I always give him nothing but the most homage and the most, love. Because in fact, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in these rooms. It's not saying that I wouldn't be successful, but I know for a fact I wouldn't be in a room with Usher every fucking week. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
like we do the after party for Usher in Vegas. So literally we fly to Vegas every weekend and do like Usher's after party. So I know for a fact I wouldn't be, in the room with Usher every week. I wouldn't be talking to Usher like on some personal shit, you know what I'm saying, every week. So
Right.
I'ma always pay homage to my big bro for whatever, you know what I'm saying, for that. So my loyalty for that is gonna never waver for nothing.
And that's big, bro. You said some real shit right there, because I think a lot of people don't understand, like, that doesn't diminish your shine by, playing up to the person that put you in position. That does not diminish your shine. And people kill me with that shit nowadays. Everybody can't be Jordan, bro. Everybody can't be Pippen. But they needed fucking Robin. They needed John Pax. They needed all these pieces to win these rings, bro. And it's about the
Goddamn
team.
right, yeah.
And I think that's what people don't understand about our team. Like, I think over the years it wasn't said, it was just unspoken. Like, we all understood our role. But that didn't take
Exactly.
away from nobody who they was, what they did on their own. It was just, as a collective, we strong if everybody up.
Goddamn
You know
right.
what I'm saying? But as a collective, we understood that, hey, Slim is the guy. We build off this. And he
Exactly.
allowed us to branch off his tree. And that's a beautiful thing.
And,
that you
and
said.
even with that, like you say, even branch off the tree. Okay, so we got the tree. So now, guess what? Like at some point, you know, Rico would have been the right hand man of this, and Dre, you know, do this, and then
Yep.
Milton do that. So it's like it's never a point where nobody is like being under. You know what I'm saying? You still need your people that you can really like. That's one thing about Brian. Like you need your day one. You can go back. You can sit with Slim. Y'all can laugh about when y'all was 15.
Absolutely.
Like I can laugh with Brian about when we was in middle school and shit like that. So it brings a different level, like brings you back down to humility as far as like your day ones, but then also like, okay, cool, we also get money together. You can also trust your people to like, okay, you know what, Shawn, go handle that. Like he'd be like, yo, Shawn, take care of that. Let me know when it's done. All right,
Right.
bet. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, oh, I gotta blah blah.
Because it's
cool.
like you're an extension of him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's super duper important. Because like I said, you know, I'm in a position now where I have people to do things for me that I need as an extension of me.
Exactly.
Because I can't be everywhere all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's super important in building a brand and building a career in a sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's
Ain't no I in team.
man, that's so unspoken, man. And so many people do not get that, man.
And then guess what? It feel even better when you go out to eat, nigga, and everybody trying to argue who gonna pay. Unless you
I
instead of
love
looking
it.
for one
I
nigga.
love
Yes,
it.
sir.
I
Yes,
swear to
sir.
God,
You know,
I
like you
love it.
looking at one nigga like, oh,
I love that.
big bro, can I get a steak tonight?
Right,
Like, nah,
right.
nigga, we all nigga. I'ma eat what I want to eat, nigga. What time
Right.
that bill pay?
Big
Let's,
facts.
let's all pull out these Amaxes real quick.
Big facts,
You,
big
you know
facts.
the beautiful thing about what you're saying right there, man, is people don't understand the power of one.
Oh yeah.
And inspiration is currency. So when you saw Brian, you were inspired. You were not in competition. You was just inspired. You know what? I see my man making real moves. Hey man, what you got going?
Exactly.
You know, let me not find a way to tear you down. Let me find a way to help you build and build me in the process.
Exactly.
And I think what a lot of people don't recognize about, you know, like him with Slim, you with Brian, me with Jay, for me, it was always like, I tell people, I've never been envy-hearted of Jay. I was always inspired by his accomplishment. He made me believe that if he could do it, I could do it.
Exactly.
We come from the same, we cut from that same cloth.
Yep.
So when you get an opportunity to get exposed to certain things, it's like, wow, I'm under no illusion that a lot of the rooms I've gotten into is because of him.
Exactly.
I'm under
Facts.
no illusion these relationships, a lot of them that I have were because of him. As I was talking earlier at the homie funeral, man, I seen Red Boy, I seen Stay Down.
Shout out Red Boy, that's my boy.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes
Red, you're
on and
supposed
on.
to come on the show too, Red. I'm gonna keep
You
trying.
know what? I
Red.
should have told him about that today,
Yeah.
man. We sat there and talked for a good while.
Yeah, he said he
But
coming,
yeah, we
man.
get Red on. But I think what happens is I'm looking at Red Boy over with Mayweather and
Yep.
and other, and, you know, with Bun and different things that Red Boy has accomplished, man. You know, it's like I'm looking at what Bun is accomplishing with Trill Burgers,
Yep.
and I look at all of these people that kind of spawn off of Jay, one way or another, you know. And it's not trying to say he can take credit for their success, but he opened up the doors. And what you saying is Brian opened up doors for you. And I think what people have to understand, man, when your homies open up doors for you, represent them proudly, man.
Absolutely.
Represent them respectfully,
Exactly.
and always keep that humility towards them, no matter where you go, no matter where you grow.
Yeah.
You know, keep that humility.
Facts.
And that's what creates so much love. And this is why our era, with guys like us, we can have our day ones. These kids in high school, shit, they might not have two friends.
Facts.
They might not hang with two people.
Yep.
So just like, you know, like y'all crew, Trey, it's like 10 of y'all.
Yep.
That's always together. That's hard.
Yeah.
But
That's
like,
hard.
but like Shawn just said, man, like everybody understood who they was. It wasn't no.
Yes.
We understood that, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, this is thing, but we here to support our friend.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And in return, like I said, it's not too many times I can't pick up a phone and get Slim on the phone and get him to, you know, come get something done for me. Like if I need him for something, just like
Exactly.
vice versa. Like he know he can call me whether it's, hey man, I need you to follow me here. Hey, pick me, whatever it is, he know he
Yep.
can call me.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And with our circle, man, we put that same trust within each other. Like there's no point in time. Somebody call me right now for emergency, I'm gone.
Exactly.
Even though I'm doing my job, but if I gotta go for one of them, I'm gone.
Facts.
Absolutely.
And vice versa. Like I know it's the same. I don't have to question that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see my friends at visitation, so it's
Yeah.
you know
that-
when people take out their time to come do that,
yeah, when
that's
somebody
solidified.
come
Like
visit you in the joint,
yeah,
that's real.
that's
I say,
a
yeah.
whole nother issue. That's a whole nother level of, you know what I'm saying, respect and love. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm very appreciative of the team I have. So
I say, yeah, no, definitely. That's why I say there's nothing but respect for y'all. Say, especially coming from the South Side in that era. I remember y'all being outside of Jamaica posted up white tees,
Yes,
slim
sir.
with the long braids.
yes, sir. Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? I remember, like, so it's definitely just see how y'all moving, y'all continue moving. Like I say, when you had to go do your situation, it was definitely just a lot of free drays. So I feel like that's just like a different level. Like I said, so when I got that call, I was like, nigga, I'm on the way. It's no questions
Yes,
asked. I'm
sir.
doing it.
But it's always been love, bro. Like it
Oh
was an
yeah,
unspoken language between me and you. Like it was understood, mutual respect, bro.
exactly,
Salute, salute, salute to you and your team.
exactly,
It just was love, bro. Like, and I think a lot of people, we've always moved out of love and respect, and that's just
exactly.
been a thing. Like nowadays, I think a lot of kids don't really understand that, bro. Your shine don't diminish mine, bro. And
At
that
all.
just
Yeah,
it's just something that you it's in you. It's not on you,
exactly.
man.
It's collaboration over competition.
Yeah, for
Facts.
sure.
We can collab and grow. Let's get into some of the things you've done, man, in this industry.
We're here to celebrate you today, brother. We're here to celebrate you.
Management, yeah, because we can have this conversation
All
all
day.
day.
Yeah.
Right.
Management wise, I'm
What got you started though? Let's start there.
I mean,
What got
that's
you
I was
started?
finna ask that
My bad.
question.
okay. So what got me started? So again, me and B Cox reconnected, and we was like 22. He's a little bit older than me, and I came on as an assistant, And at that point, there was just a lot going on. So back and forth. I was trying to go to TSU, and I think that's literally like I think Slim did like one semester there.
1 week
So
there.
yeah, exactly. I think that's when Slim met his baby mama too.
Yeah, well,
'Cause
she was already going there.
That's
He
what
started
I'm saying. She was already going there, but that's when he first started going
Yeah.
there. So yeah, but that
Rico was there at that time too. Rico was there about a week and a half.
exactly. So it was just a lot going on. Like Brian in Atlanta, I'm trying to fly, and like how you going to school Monday through Thursday, but then on the weekend you in Miami. Like nigga, I ain't doing no homework. So at some point that just school fell off. So and crazy part, I just stopped going when I was a senior because I was a PV at first. So and PV down to TSU, and I was like, yeah, this ain't it. So I did that. I went to be Brian's assistant, and I was like, cool or whatever. But then, just again, like some Rico Slim shit, we kind of just like, had differences, and so I stopped doing it. But then he created a new company. He's like, I want you to come back, in this different capacity as management. I was like, all right, cool. So in that point, so I got to also show love to Nelly manager T Love and Abby. So when I met them at the grill situation, they just kind of took a liking to me. So they, and because I guess St. Louis, I guess it's like a down haul. Like from St. Louis, people go to Dallas or Houston. So they love Houston. They love Houston. That's why they would come down so much. And so they just took a liking to me. So it's like, so now I'm starting to learn more management shit. I'm starting to watch how, niggas move and how shit go. I'm like, okay, so I'm learning that. So now I'm like, okay, I'm kind of growing. But in the mix of that, I'm still like, doing different little things. So then Brian called me like, yo, I want you to come back as far as like a new company. I was like, bet. He's like, come back in a management role. I was like, cool. So from that point, it just became like, because again, he doesn't need a road manager because he's not an artist, but he needs day to day. So he needs, like making sure shit is straight, making sure whatever we got to do is straight. So that was that. So in the mix of that, because of the so like Jermaine has a private studio, so it's like it's not like a studio you can just book time at. You gotta like be, either he's gonna accept you or you part of the family. So in that I met Bow Wow. So when I met Bow, I think me and Bow just did a couple of things together because he'd be like, I want to get booked or whatever. So just getting booked and just seeing how I moved, he was like, man, he went to lunch with Brian and asked Brian how did he feel about, with Brian allowed me to help be part of his team. And Brian's like, shit, cool. I ain't tripping, as long as it don't affect what he got to do with me. And so he was like, cool. So, I started helping with Bow. And so that's just been that. So that's just but that, them two alone, I don't need nothing else. I don't even want to work with nobody else.
I mean, Bow Wow is the, Mr. 106 in real life. Like, you know what I'm saying? He that guy for sure. I think a lot of people don't realize Bow Wow been on the scene since Arsenio Hall days, man. Bow Wow's been a household name for a very long time, man. So I was that, like, going from your man to somebody like Bow Wow, young, energetic,
Woo.
in the mix, like, young heartthrob. Yeah, he came out with Snoop back in the day,
Yeah,
rapping.
he came out with Snoop. Yeah.
God
Years
damn,
ago.
that was like 92, 91, 92.
That was years ago.
92, 93?
Yeah, he was a little kid.
Yeah, he was a little kid.
Wow.
Yeah, like when remember on that Snoop album when they was in the classroom talking to the kid and the kid was like he started cursing or some shit. I forgot exactly how the Snoop. It was what's the one with when the dog house?
Doggy Style.
Doggy Style.
Yeah, that was 94.
Yeah, that was Bow.
Yeah.
So that was Bow on there. I mean, I think so. Yeah, it was definitely a big transition, but I still was able to kind of stay. Like my thing is main. I guess even from being college educated, like I just stay focused on what needs to be done. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like I don't really move too much left or right. You know what I'm saying? Like I just know like okay, we got to stay steadfast on this. Now again, it's they're night and day. Brian is very much, Brian's cool. He chill. He to himself. Like get the shit done. I bet. Bow was very much party after party, boom, 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 stay up all night, da da da. I'm like, we gotta stay focused on whatever. And so, he did the millennium. I didn't do the millennium tour that just happened, but the one with him and Omarion did. I was the road manager for that, like the whole tour, and so that was, I mean, it was definitely an experience. It was something cool to learn. Like you actually doing like a whole tour,
How many
road
days they
managing.
had in that tour?
I can't tell you that, but it was about 20 to 30.
That's a lot
Damn.
of days. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of days.
Yeah, so
That's work.
that was Ashanti, O, Bow, um, what's that? Not what's the pleasure P? Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky, yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Yin Yang Twins,
Yin
Lloyd.
Yang and this thing.
Yeah, that I ain't gonna lie, them boys. Yeah, they
Oh,
definitely.
I'm sure they had some
Yeah,
dates, and that went crazy.
yeah. So it was definitely. So yeah, it was definitely an experience. So I definitely enjoyed that, and I appreciate that situation. So, but yeah. So your question was how do I go from one to the other? Like I said, I think I just stayed steadfast as far as what I knew I needed to do, and then just kind of. But again, like I say, it was night and day as far as dealing with them and their personalities. So Bow just wild. Like I tell people all the time, like Bow's been a celebrity since he was 12, 11. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he doesn't have. I give him a lot of grace because a lot of times, like he didn't grow up like again you or me, as far as like being held responsible for your actions. You know what I'm saying? That's not a good thing. I'm not gonna say that's acceptable, but he's have never been. When you have your parents or your mom, kind of like working on your staff at 11 or 12 or everybody kind of works for you. It's a different way of living than having to actually be accountable for your actions.
Right.
Mm.
But damn, I mean, shit. Can you imagine being Bow Wow to have that success that early and then try to figure it all out and try to put it together?
And then you have to reinvent yourself over and over.
Right, right.
You have to then it's like okay, rapper.
Because I don't think people wanted Bow Wow to really grow up. They wanted Bow Wow to be little Bow Wow forever.
But I will. That's one thing I will. I will say that now. I mean, we could probably talk about that in a minute. But like, he is the cheat code because I'm gonna tell you what gives him the cheat code status. The fact that you gotta think about this. Every little girl that was in that age range, Bow just turned 36. So every girl that's like
Damn, Bow that old now. Okay, that's time.
34, like 34 to 37, like that was probably their first boyfriend. Whether it was either it was either Romeo or Bow, and
Mostly
Bow
Bow.
probably was, Bow was always top tier, So it's like so now they grown, like now like oh my god, I see my crush, I can fuck my crush now. So it's like niggas a cheat code. I ain't gonna lie, like it's really like I got a video on my phone right now, like some top tier dancers. And they know that we in the SUV and they just sing it, Lil Bow Wow, you just don't know. I'm like, nigga, you the fucking like, bitch, you cheating like a motherfucker. And he'll just sit there and laugh, or he'll be like, yeah, nigga, she a fan. You know what that mean? I'll be like, oh, bitch, you already 20 steps ahead. And she's a fan, so guess what? She being a fan mean you ain't got to even do too much talking.
Yeah, young Bow was a young heartthrob, man, at the
Yeah,
time,
exactly,
man. Mr. 106, man.
Wow.
That is
Dre,
nice.
what you? Oh, that's right. You said, because I told Dre, I said I don't think I would ever want to be famous. Like
I don't. I would.
Yeah, like walking-
for me, like I like me because I'm in that space, but I can still move.
Yeah.
So but like when you really famous, like I'm gonna tell you what happened. So
So what level of famous we talking about? We talking about Jay-Z, Beyonce famous, or we talking about?
You get Bow Wow famous. I wouldn't want to be Bow Wow famous.
I don't want to be nobody famous because I want to be able to move how I move. Like it's been times like, and I feel bad for Buddy, but like he can't really go out to eat. And it's not
Right.
saying that everybody gonna bother him, but it's like you start staring at him. And I want
Right.
pictures. Like today you might be having a bad day. Today you might not feel it being bothered, but now you wrong. I'm about to say. So one time we in Dallas at North Park Mall. So we walking through there and Bow got like a hoodie on and a hat. Cause sometimes he still want to go outside. Sometimes you like, man, I want to go to the mall. Fuck it, I like North Park Mall. Okay, let's go.
Nice mom.
Nice mall. So we going through the mall. So security come. They like, yo, you gotta take off like weird shit. You gotta take off your hat in the mall. Nigga, it's a mall. Fuck you talking about? I said I'm trying to be nice to turn to him like, yo, This is Bow Wow. Like, we just trying to keep it cool. We trying to keep it moving. They was on some asshole shit. Nah, you gotta take out. Da, da, da. All right, bet. Next thing you know, within the next 20 minutes, it's a fucking line of people. Can I take? It's literally a line. Can we take a picture? Can my kid take a picture? Can I? Da, da, da. It's now security come. Now they get mad. Like now we're causing a ruckus in the mall. But when we was walking,
had the goddamn hat on.
Exactly. When we was walking, it wasn't bothering nobody. Y'all came and fuck with us. But now he took his hat off and now he chilling and now everybody take a picture. So now it's like, okay, what do we do? So now you being an asshole and telling people no, and then you're like, oh, Bow Wow, you ain't shit to that. Or you be like, I'm gonna be nice and take a picture. So it's like, I mean, I don't want to be that level of. I don't want to where I can't walk and I can't. I want to like let me go ahead and eat and mind my business. Like you don't know that I'm about to finish eating and go sit down with such and such and go to an event with such and such. So it's not your business, but I would like that to where I can still be where I need to be at. But it's like, okay, cool, I'm chilling. But like any level of like celebrity where I can't even like live, I can't even think about like J and B. Like I mean I know y'all be around them more than, but like I ain't seen B since like high school or whatever. But I'm like just the thought of like how you got to move, like how Usher got to move. I don't want to do that shit.
I was at an MTV party with Usher, I think in '05 maybe in Miami, and it was like a fishbowl. They were just staring at this nigga like
that's what I'm saying. Like
the whole night, motherfuckers just look. Ain't nobody doing shit but looking at Usher.
Like,
that shit was the weirdest shit I ever seen in my life.
Or something
like it was like being. I'm talking about nobody fucking moved, but they just looking at Usher like.
Yep, that's exactly.
Oh my God, he took a drink. Like this shit was just
like we that same thing. We was in Dallas with Nelly, and like it was like a glass VIP. Like the whole, but it was a door, but it was a whole glass. Like literally, all they doing is just standing there looking in the glass. Like again, fishbowl. I'm like, nigga, like have a good time. Like
right.
They literally just stand like you can't do nothing. Like,
but you know we from Houston, man. You know we are the most nonchalant motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah, so that
like I don't know what it is about
celebrities can feel comfortable here.
Yeah, like, I mean, like I said, I tip my hat to Slim, bro, because Slim handles everything with grace and humbleness. Like he'll take any picture. He don't give a damn. Like you know what I'm saying. He will do it out because he understands what come with it.
Exactly.
And he's never had a problem with it, but he doesn't like it all the time, but he's always understood who he was and what comes with this job of being who he is. So he felt like if I'm going to appreciate the money, I got to appreciate what comes with this money.
Facts.
And he's always done a great job handling it. He's never really had a bad interaction, you know what I'm saying, like on my watch that I've seen with somebody just being an ass. So I never heard anybody walk away without saying, man, he a cool dude.
But even like that, so say sometimes he out with his kids or if he out with his lady and just want to chill, like, I don't know, today ain't a day, because then I think when you open up that can of worms, it get open.
Facts.
One person take a picture, now 5 want a picture. Now somebody worked there want to take a picture. Like, it's always, so it's like, I definitely understand, both sides of the story. Some days you just not feeling well. Some days you sick. Right. Some days, like I'm trying to go in the store real quick and get something. I'm not trying to take.
Some days I don't be feeling it for like, God damn it.
And I be like, yo, we got to go. Like I'm like, yo, the car outside. Or, yo, we got a button.
Funny story, man. We were just at camp the other night. Some dude said, "Hey, Slim, you want to hit my hookah?" Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that'd be woo.
I was like, what the
Pause,
fuck,
buddy.
What the fuck kind of question is that, bro? You want to hit my hookah? Like. He was drunk as fuck, but it was like, you know what I'm saying? It just be so funny.
Some people just want to say something and they
don't
know what
the fuck to say. And that's one of the moments.
I don't know. I guess, you when you're around people, you don't think nothing of. Remember, I don't know if you remember when Kane, the dude played Minister Society.
Yeah.
Remember, he was on Rap-A-Lot, right?
Yeah.
So we go in different places. I think we was at Papa Do's, man. And I couldn't believe how many people wanted to take a picture with this dude. Like, damn, nigga, you really famous like that off this one-ass movie? I don't remember you doing nothing else.
I wonder why, because he was good in both those roles. I wonder why.
He's a good actor. I don't know what happened with him. He was a really good actor, I think.
I remember seeing him in '97 at the Labor Day Classic. He was coming, and he was coming out, and I was going. I was like, damn, this nigga little. The one thought I like, damn, he little.
Yeah, I remember,
That's a hard thing, though, fame.
Yeah, fame is that. It's a
drug.
Just
like with you being right there, and even though, because what happens is you got stalkers, you got people that'll start to see you over and over. So who has noticed you and say, okay, well, I can get at Shawn. Has that happened? I know it had to happen.
That definitely happens. That happens to me, and I'm not even a manager. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The funniest shit that happens to me though is when like, hey man, can you ask him for a picture? Motherfucker, he's standing right there. You can ask him too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, can you take this picture? I don't mind that, but back then, I used to have a real problem with that.
Yeah, every now and then, y'all be like, yeah, but I mean, sometimes I'm gonna do it because I know, like, let's get this shit done. Boom,
right,
boom,
facts.
Get the fuck, like,
facts.
But, I mean, yeah, they definitely, I think, when if you're smart, you're gonna watch how people move. So, like, when okay, cool, like, like, okay, that person means something, or that person is doing something well. Okay, that person is important. You know, because you're gonna have a whole entourage of people, but you're gonna know
Yeah.
like who is the point person. And so normally, I'm the point person. When you need something done, okay, cool, ask him or whatever. So, um, have I had stalkers? No, but I think I had people that like they kind of gravitate toward me.
Right.
Want to get up under you because they understand your position to
Oh
who you
yeah.
position with.
Oh yes.
So now let me just work him.
That can be an advantage though, because I've used it to my advantage.
I've used it to my advantage. Yeah. Thank you, Jake. I done knocked off a bunch of bras.
Sure.
Hell,
I'm not gonna say all that, but I'm going to say
of course, I'm
it's,
sure you have to. You
That's
just
what
don't
he
say
do.
this
Though.
gonna-
He can't help himself.
Yeah, listen, man. So this is the craziest shit, right? So I'm this bruh, she not, cause see, you got to think about it. Now everybody can see who you are.
exactly.
In the
Yeah.
early '90s, they just heard. They don't
Yeah.
know who you are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Jay had to have a meeting and say, listen, y'all can be anything y'all want to be. Don't be me.
Yeah.
I was fucking just like I was him. I knew how to talk like him. And, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's me, man. What's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
baby, that's me. Then I'm in his cars. You know what I mean? Like,
That's,
so shit.
that's
I'm
why
in-
Jay was a mystery all these years.
That nigga embarrassed me. But I tell you one thing he did do, and I'm thankful, man. He had a black 560, the little two-door coupe.
hmm
Like it was like a 94. The bad motherfucker. And I had the car for about 4 or 5 days, and he calls, and you know we had the car speaker way back when. Hey Adrian, what you gonna do about getting me my car back? I had the broad in the car with me. I'm like, yeah, it's over at the place, you know. He like, no, you in the car now. I'm like, no. So man, I gotta get my own money. I can't have a nigga embarrassing me like this. This ain't your. Oh, this is not your car. I'm like, yeah, that nigga tripping. He talking about a whole nother car.
Yeah. He talking about a whole other car.
Yeah, that's this one. Gotta give me some motherfucking money. I can't have that happening.
Nah,
That's
you
funny
right
as
about
fuck.
that.
So, man, moving along, man, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as being in the music business, the music industry, man, what have you noticed, the ups and downs of music business, the shadings of music business? People talk about it like that. You know, Slim has been an independent artist, so I really haven't had a chance to, like, really dive head first into the business. So,
I say that's a blessing for y'all because again, he's his own boss from A to
Facts.
Z, so you don't have to even question. And that's the crazy part, cause so do you know Jaha?
yeah, no job, for sure.
So you know Jaha was B Cox's manager.
Yeah. Well,
So-
he was the A&R thing on Slim first
I'm
project.
saying he A&R Slim's, but then also he was Brian's manager, like
Okay.
like do the music side. So he's doing Jaha and Chris was Brian's like music side managers. I do the day to day. So that's why I like so yeah, that's when Slim was like his first album. I mean that's his only album with Interscope. But that's but music is very like bro, it's shady. Like I ain't gonna like I don't like that shit. Like if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Like it ain't and it's not that I hate you. I ain't hate for nobody. Don't nobody like you don't fuck with my family or no shit like that. Like we cool. My money ain't funny, we cool. But like if I don't deal with you, like ain't no point in like this faking ass shit. So like I hate that. Like when I see that I'm like but it's like it's music, like, you know, niggas turn their back and then they start talking about each other and you know, I'm not gonna dive into it, but I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody heard about what happened like the other day with like Chris and Usher in Vegas. I was there, you know what I'm saying? So, that's just shit like that. Like, bro, like we're not finna fake and shake, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I think that's the biggest thing I hate about music is like it's a lot of like faking and shaking. It's like, and people don't really have those morals. Like, I mean, you get to a certain level, money gonna move you, but I guess for me, it's like I don't have to deal with all those people, so it's not as prevalent to me. And I try to keep my people that I fuck with like real, you know what I'm saying, like real solid.
Right.
Like I don't want just like I'm not just gonna work with anybody. Like some people like I'll be like, man, I'm not working with that person. I don't give a fuck what's going on because they just got too much weird shit, and I don't need that bad energy.
Right. Do you think it's a competition thing amongst people, or do you think it's just like a fuck that I want this spot type thing? Like, what do you think that is?
I mean, it's competition. It's it's a lot of back. It's because literally the labels will like a label will go tell B Cox, hey man, I want a song like this for this artist. You know what I'm saying? It's been like so. Brian did "Be Without You" for Mary J. Blige. That's considered Billboard's #1 R&B song of all time.
That's a bad
So
motherfucker.
how many times have they gone to Brian and be like, yo, I want a Mary J. Blige, I want to be without you for this artist. So now it becomes like a competition between, you know what I'm saying? Like now because I want a song that sounds like this for this artist.
Right.
Or like when Chris first came out, okay, well, B Cox, you fresh off the heels of doing this Usher shit. So now we got this new artist named Chris. We want you to kind of, just like how when Pimp and Bun was saying how they wanted to make like they want to do like another Big Pimpin' or something. It was like he's like the label called and they want like a Big Pimpin' part 2.
Right.
So it becomes like a competition within different people, from the labels, like, because everybody trying to make their money off of, those artists. So, staying independent normally is the best option if you got the hustle. That's the thing. If you ain't got the hustle and you ain't really about that, like you just want to go in there and do the shit, then you shouldn't be independent. But like if you got the hustle and you like Slim, Paul, like them niggas stayed on the road back in the Gap. You know what I'm saying? They stayed hitting this golden triangle. Now what do they call it? What do we call this? Texas, Louisiana, like.
It's another name for it.
But whatever it is, they stayed because you can get rich off of Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma.
They got proof to shit.
It's right around this
exactly. So you can, within a 12-hour drive, you can go from here to Atlanta. You can be up in Austin, Dallas, Oklahoma. So it's like you can definitely. So being independent is the smartest way to go if you got the hustle. But if you don't, then you get you on them other people's back, and now you on their back. They gonna tell you what you can and what you can't do. So now, you get stuck in that rut because if they ain't fucking with you, you finna get shelved and you can't go nowhere else.
I think what happens with a lot of people, especially artists and just people in general, they lie to themselves and they don't know that they don't have that hustle because they make excuses for themselves. And I think a lot of people. We judge everybody else on their actions, but we'll tend to judge ourselves on our intentions. Mm-hmm. We'll give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. Nah, nigga, you lazy.
Facts.
You don't want to fucking work. Some motherfucker missing a show here, missing a show there. I think a lot of artists don't understand how those lackadaisical moments derail their careers for years to come. Because there's several artists that I know of that have a bad habit of missing shows. And when that shit get around, you fuck with somebody's money and you feel like, man, I gave you the deposit back. But what about my radio money?
Exactly.
What about this venue money?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? What about all this other shit?
It's way more, like you say you cancel shows, it's way more than just, I'm going to give your deposit back. You know how much more money has gone into this, whether it's promotions, whether it's, you paying for security, you pay for a lot of things. So just whatever that deposit is, that's not, for where everything, and then not to mention you've lost money on tickets. So now you got to get people their money. You got to refund people they ticket money back. So it's way more than just a deposit.
Shit, all that shit, your credibility for saying you're going to have this person, they didn't show up, like, you know what I'm saying? So next time they're going to be hesitant to buy that ticket because now you known as the janky motherfucking promoter.
Yeah,
I was kind of known as a janky promoter.
Oh, Lord.
You might have been the janky promoter.
Oh, but see, because I learned
you told me some shit you done making fake tickets and shit to the car shows.
Yeah, that was
Rockets games and shit.
I ain't going to even call. I can call Big 50 California.
Yeah,
listen, man. I was young,
Hey, 50, you told me he's coming up here too, 50, because you a motherfucker. You got some stories too.
Oh man, Big 50.
I know 50 got all the stories.
But listen, so I learned early on, and I forgot it was I think it was Scully. It was Scully. I learned all you got to do. I knew a lot of niggas, so all I had to do was call and say, hey man, when you come to this party, I'm gonna see if I can make it. I called them. They didn't know why I was calling. But shit, now you was a special invited guest. I could put your ass on my fly, nigga. I called you.
Yeah.
I asked you, was you gonna come?
Yeah.
But motherfuckers didn't know, and motherfuckers got away with that special invited guest shit for a long time.
They still trying to do it.
Special invited guests. As long as you called them, as long as you sent them something.
Yeah, they still trying.
You did that shit.
They still trying.
That's definitely
Was I wrong for that? I really invited you.
I say, yeah, you was a special invited guest. And
you were a special invited guest.
Technically.
But your intent was you knew exactly what the fuck you was doing.
I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, I know.
But I was hoping they would come.
You gonna stick to it?
I invited you.
Hope you come up, shit.
My boy consistent as hell.
Shit, I hope they came.
I mean, that's one of the things where you say, technically I'm right.
Technically I'm right.
But, I'm wrong, and, but I'm right.
Motherfuckers be asking for their money back. You niggas wasn't reading back in the day.
Yeah.
It says special invited guests. I invited the nigga. Motherfuckers want their money back and shit.
Yeah, nah, that's
no, man, happen. It don't work like that.
Like, long as you ain't say hosted by, you ain't say, and that's some things you got to play with. People play with them like live, like that live performance fee and that host fee. Them two different fees. So don't get in there thinking you about yeah, we got to watch that. Don't put that live performance on there. That's a whole different.
That's a huge difference.
So what's the wildest phone call you had from a promoter? Like I know you got something.
Wildest
Wild as fuck, 'cause they might have wanted something they don't want to spend this amount of money.
Oh man, I get it. Like them weird ass, like man, they be wanting type of like, can you do like 15 things? And I'm like, bro, ain't nobody doing all this shit. You want a nigga to, man? No, we don't even.
That's
like,
not a package.
No, we not doing.
Niggas
all
ain't
that.
asked you to come. Can Bow Wow come to the house?
I've gotten that weird shit before. People be like, it be weird shit. I be like, bro, we ain't doing all that. Like, I don't even feel comfortable. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even about comfort, cause I don't. But it's like people be wanting weird shit. Like, and it's like a lot of times. I like people that's like straight up. Like I got love for Steve Rogers. I got love for like.
Shout out to Steve Rogers.
A lot
too,
of people.
We need to get Steve on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, cause he's definitely culture of the city. But like people that's just straight up. Like I don't like them fan. Like when you become like a fan type promoter, like you start doing all that weird shit. You know, like nigga, you want to be like less of a. The check is still gonna be right, but you want to be more like buddy. Like my nigga, like we here to do work. Like
want to come smoke, want to come hang out there. Man, get the fuck on. You just pay me a check. It's a service.
That's all it is.
Yeah. So you got I say, and you do it, and that's just like because again, I manage those two, but like so with the relationships, like I say, I've ventured off to like to the Nellies, to the Shanties. Like when Ashanti did 50-15 a couple months ago, I organized that. Just different stuff. So, so just seeing like people like that's kind of like also what they say like we don't want certain people in our area just because like people be fans. So you like kind of like I want to come here and do what I gotta do. But luckily I haven't had too many. I've gotten weird shit, but not nothing to where I'm like, oh my god. But like they be wanting all type of just extra shit. Can you do this and can you do that and can like nah, we not here for all that.
That's crazy. But I guess it's a universal thing, man. Like I said, I've seen my weird quirky shit. Like I said, especially.
Oh yeah. I like what you like about like smoking hookah, like all that weird, like that.
Yeah, that was wild.
Again, because a lot of
that was wild.
People don't really know how.
That was wild.
Yeah, like you want to smoke my hookah. Yeah,
that is funny.
Hey, Slim, you want to hit the hookah? I looked like, hey, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
no, nobody with your money. Get the fuck on.
Hey, Slim,
but
might kill you.
I have to remind myself, like, you know what I'm saying, like these are fans, like, you know what I'm saying, and that's one of the I ain't gonna say hard thing, but it was one of those things you got to remind yourself, like, this is a fan. He's not a threat. He's just being a fan.
Exactly. That's
exactly
what that is.
Because you have to separate it. Coming from the streets, like, you have to separate industry shit. Like, because, like I said, I've been in those rooms before, and I got to look at these dudes like, y'all are just rappers. Y'all are just, these industry people. And it's a difference, man. So I couldn't bring that mentality to that audience. You know what I mean? So
when you've been around it, though, like, when you get around it, you look at everybody as regular.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But obviously you have to remember that
everybody don't have that.
Yeah, it's kind of like selling a car or doing a mortgage loan. Because you do it all the time, it's normal. So as you talking to other people, this is a life-changing experience for them.
Yeah.
So when they asking, I'll never forget. I remember it was like 2002 or 2003. That was the first time I actually realized that Jay was a celebrity. I never knew this nigga was no celebrity. I just thought you was nigga they heard stories about. Yeah. But we walking through it, motherfuckers asking to take pictures, and I was like, yeah, like, why the fuck y'all taking a picture of him?
Right.
But he had, it was a good look, though. Yeah, he had this one little broad.
See,
like,
here he goes.
Yeah, she wanted to take a picture.
You see, he always go back to that. He can't control himself.
That was the old
When
I was young, I thought I could use every advantage in the world to fuck something. Like, I could get you backstage, but it's going to cost some head. You know what I'm saying? I can get you these passes.
Yeah.
Right.
They gonna have that
fair exchange, no robbery.
Fair exchange, no robbery. You got what you wanted, I got what I wanted.
They gonna have that documentary on you.
Oh no.
Hey, no, I tell my own story, so can't nobody come tell on me no matter what happened in my life.
Gonna have that
you can't come tell on me.
I was forced to give a head for a backstage.
No, you wasn't forced.
You wasn't forced.
No.
So speaking of that shit, have y'all seen the headline where Tiger Woods kicked the girl out? He took her to the airport,
girlfriend.
And she's suing him for $30 million. Now she's saying that their relationship started because of she was working at a restaurant. It was sexual harassment. That's some bullshit. There's so much bullshit going on in the world today.
And that goes back to being a celebrity. Like, if you wasn't a celebrity, you wouldn't be going through no shit like that.
So
let's look at Tiger Woods, because you just named something, right?
You love talking about Tiger Woods.
Because I hate this, man. Like, I'm a fan of Tiger Woods because I can see if I was a golfer like that, I would have been doing a lot of shit he was doing. Fucking on each hole, getting, you know what I'm saying, doing all this shit. They say Tiger Woods will get his, he get some head on hole number 2, then he get the 5. He was knocking another broad down, he get the 9, he was getting some more head. Like, I was like, but now what happened is, and y'all think this is no bullshit. Go look at what I'm saying. Because what happened is, Now that everybody got a hold of, okay, this is what he's doing, now he's being scrutinized everywhere he goes. And he's never been the same golfer. And the reason is they took that dopamine hit away from him because he was sitting here like, I'm finna go get my dick sucked one more time the next whole 2 holes. And after that happened, it was over with.
Oh,
He ain't been the same.
Well, he ain't been the same because his body beat up.
Well, his wife found out she want to go hit him with clubs and shit. He just cheated. It ain't that big of a deal. Like, no, let me not say it like that because now I'm going to have to deal with my wife on some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's old shit, baby. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you know, man, you good. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
Let
I'm
me
a
correct
changed
that
man.
shit.
I'm a changed man.
1,000%.
Those days is over with.
Absolutely.
You hear these changed men up here?
Absolutely.
I ain't had to change. I'm not married, so I'm.
Me neither. I'm not married. I'm single. I mean, you know, I'm content where I'm at.
Well, I say,
Y'all
yeah.
fucking up society
Huh?
Why?
How?
because y'all not married, man.
Man, look.
You should be married.
I ain't gonna. Nah, that's one of the. If you want to know what the real big issue with this shit is, what I do for a living, what I see. You want me to put trust
Ooh.
in somebody? That man, look. Cause one thing about
These
it,
hoes ain't loyal.
man, listen, all that. Like, I ain't trying to. I don't never want to kill nobody, but if I take care of you. Like, this shit. Like, I'm up all night. I gotta work. I gotta fly. I gotta do this and do that. And I look up and like, you ain't doing nothing but chilling. But that's cool, cause you the wife. But then you start doing fuck shit, man. Look.
Here's the big deal. Because let me say this. Because I was just having this conversation earlier.
Come on, let's go.
This is what happened with a lot of women, and I've seen it, and I think I'm thankful for it. Women don't realize that a lot of celebrities, a lot of athletes, a lot of niggas with real bread, they'll fuck you,
Yeah.
but they don't want you.
Exactly.
So what ends up happening is they get this experience because now they got some great head or whatever, and niggas done passed them around, but they get the experience of being in a company. Mm-hmm. So now they get access to shit, and so now when it's time to go back to a regular dude, it's mentally draining for them because they've had access, and it's like they want that hit. It's a high, and they all looking for that high. So listen, man.
So, Dakota, what you just said, don't be a regular nigga and get more hoes?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is it's a lot of good dudes that are not being treated fairly by a lot of these women because, you know, shit, a woman can be 19 and you know, shit, 40-year-olds fucking her, you know what I mean? It ain't too many 19-year-old dudes and 22, 23-year-old dudes fucking 40-year-old established women unless they got some real bread. So women get access to a lot of shit early on. And what happens is, now that they had all that access, a nigga done used you up, fucked you and throwed you away, passed you around, and now you want to go over here and put these demands on this dude, and now you saying, well, if he don't make $250,000, if he don't do this, if he don't do that, you know, I don't want him. You really have unrealistic expectations because them niggas didn't want you either. They wanted to fuck you and pass you around, and it was over with.
You're giving out a little too much game right now, so just
Moving along, huh?
moving along.
Okay, all right.
I'm not saying you wrong, but again, but you're married. So since we're not married, we need
Keep
to
them
kind
bitches
of
in the
keep.
dark.
Yeah, you gotta
Keep
keep
them
kind of
bitches in the dark. Them hoes be doing it. Keep them bitches in the dark.
like keep that where they gotta, you know.
Wow. I ain't even realized I was giving up no game like that.
I mean, like I said, I love the ladies, man. I think women are, you know, especially black women. I think y'all are special. But,
Ladies
you know,
love Cool Dre. Is that
Yeah.
what we're going? Yeah.
some of y'all be doing too fucking
Hey,
much.
Dre
you know what I'm saying?
done did some good fucking. I gotta give him credit, man.
I'm not gonna speak with it.
Yeah, hey, I could do that because I don't know you like. I could do that. Hey,
That's just his saying.
I'm a fan of good work, man. Dre been, hey, man.
That's just his saying.
You know what? And I'm gonna throw your ass under the bus too. Just
Why
the
would I do
access
that?
you got, tell me you done did some good fucking Shawn. I ain't mad at you, man. Just the access this man.
Look, man, look.
Shawn get to fly around with the young heartthrob. I'm not gonna even. I can only imagine what them backstage looks like. So you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
The
man.
green rooms.
Hey man, it's just all that shit come with. It's the price of fame, man.
Yes.
It's the price of
The cost of doing business.
access.
It's part of your job.
Having access.
It's part of your job.
Man, what's next for you, man?
Oh man, we just continue trying to grow. You know, me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I stay focused to where I'm at. You know, like I like still doing so. Now Brian has event. He does it at 80 on Fridays. Ladies Love R&B, which we do in Atlanta also, which we also do in Vegas. We do the Ushers after party. That's what I was telling you about earlier. So trying to turn it into a bigger situation. I mean, I guess this entertainment is kind of just my calling. I don't really want to get into more because I'm more hands on, so I don't really want to dive in any more artists or deal with anybody else as far as management. Because again, dealing with what I deal with day to day, it's like okay, I got to deal with this, I got to deal with that, deal with this. So it's like I don't really have any more space on my plate. So I think just staying steady fast. Brian is steady doing what he's doing. He just got his 10th Grammy. We're going to definitely get him up here soon. We just got to figure out the
Man,
schedule.
congratulations, man.
Yeah,
Definitely
so
congrats.
that hopefully Usher's album going to come out this year, so they got songs on that. And just working, man. Just continue to doing, trying to make my family proud, and just being the best person I can be.
So Beyonce calls and wants you to be her manager. You got too much on your plate.
I think I would, bro.
Fucking plate just opened up.
Nah.
I was just playing devil's advocate.
I think I squeeze you in, B. Let me get
Yeah,
with you.
yeah. Come on, man.
Cause I see like I don't know, but like I see what Usher go through. So like, and I think, I mean, they might be like neck and neck, but I still think B is a little, maybe I don't even.
Yeah, ain't no.
But so
Yeah,
I mean, but I gotta stay politically correct. You don't.
Yeah, right.
But Usher,
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Usher.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but Usher just had this residency in Vegas, man. I know that was
It's still
like,
going,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's major.
How long is that residency gonna be?
So what he does, he takes breaks. So
Yeah.
so last week we did Lovers and Friends, but the week before that was the end of like that. So now it's a break. We go back in June. We're gonna do June 16th, June 23rd, like the whole 4th of July run. You definitely got.
I gotta get there and see it.
With
Yeah, hey, man,
so
hey,
4th of July,
locked in, bro.
4th of July, and then like I think like a week or two after that, then it breaks again, and when it breaks again, then it goes back in October around his birthday, and then as of now, that's the end of it because he's been doing this since like last year. So
Yeah, it's been a minute.
yeah, so it's like, but like I said, he just takes breaks within like give his body a rest because I mean he literally doing 3 shows a week, 2 hours each night. You know what I'm saying? So he just gives himself a break. So but yeah, so
I've never been to an Usher concert. I heard he. Huh? Yeah.
you saw him at
Did he perform?
Was that was that Caesar's Palace or was that at the other one where he had now at Okay, so he did Caesar's first, and then he renewed. Now he's at Dolby Live, which is in Park MGM. So yeah, but I went to the one at Caesar's also. I think this one's a little bit better because of the way like the arena is set up and like the stage is set up. But yeah, nah.
See, only big dogs get residency. That's
Yeah,
Celine
2
Dion.
hours
That's big dog status.
That's
Yeah.
definitely big.
That's
Big,
big dog
dogs. But I'm just thinking, Usher. From what I haven't been to his concert, but from just clips I've seen, 2 hours is a lot of work for him. Like
this man,
that's got to be taxing on his body.
He's skating in there. I mean, he's dancing the whole time. He doing the old school, like go on one hand to make his legs turn into a U. Like, and this is in his 40s. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing that shit when he was 20, but he's
Right.
still doing that. Like I say, he
still look like he's 20.
Exactly. So yeah. So yeah, and it's 2 hours. It's nonstop. You know what I'm saying? It's nonstop. Showmanship. So I mean, and what I'm surprised to see, because now I've never been to Vegas as much in my life. Like Vegas is cool. You do it once or twice, maybe this and that, but. Like people fly so much just for that. Like that's why it's such a big deal. People literally flying in. Like I want to go to Vegas, go see Usher. Like I'm going, taking my girl. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Like what I'm saying. You see the homies out there with their wives, and like it's really like he's really brought like the black culture, like that fight weekend. A couple weeks ago was that tanking Garcia. Psh, that shit was crazy. Like Lil Baby. Whoever, Jada Waiter and the Kardashians been there twice, the whole Kardashian crew. So it's like he just definitely Anita Baker, like you name it, people just constantly, and that's just that. And you got NBA people in there. So I mean, it's definitely
it is Usher now. Usher is, in
Iconic.
'97 when My Way came out, shit, it was Usher. What Usher
exactly.
man? Like, let's give Usher his card.
Yeah.
Like Usher is that guy. Like for real.
1,000% that
Like, he
guy.
definitely that guy. I mean, talent. I mean, just everything. He that guy. Sing, dance. He definitely that guy.
He's definitely So it's actually like one person to like do an actual show from like 9:30 to 11:30. Like nonstop, like what I'm saying, and like I say, you skating around, you skating and singing, and you dancing and singing, and you doing this, and you going into the crowd, you having showmanship, it's definitely like it's not it's definitely like I don't know how you do this shit every night. Then after that, after that you go into an after party.
I'm sitting there thinking that. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, I'm like after that, then you come to an after party with us, and I'm like, then you do that, and then you go to bed, you get up and you do this shit all over again. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, when you chose it, man, you chosen. To much is given, much is required.
Yeah,
So I mean, I think when you're born ready, I think you just step into that spot.
You step into that. Yep, you're right.
Everybody can't handle it, but for the people that can, I mean, shit. Is that they giving the world.
Yeah.
I think they deserve every
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what's up, man? Like I said, we didn't ask you what's next, man. Like how do you miss home, man? I know you ain't here often, man, but when you do come and you outside, I mean, you in the mix. I see you with your guard, baby. Like what I'm saying, from time to time. Shout out to her.
Yeah, what's up, Kyla? She's finishing her freshman year at Xavier University in New Orleans. So she'll be done next week. I just talked to her this morning. She coming home next week.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, home is definitely where the heart is. I try to come back as often as I can because I literally, like in Atlanta, it's literally like just me and the homies and that live by myself. So it's like boring. So I come home as often as I can. Like my goddaughter's here, my mom's here, my sister's here, my brother's here. All my day one homeboys are here. So, and then when I do come home, like people like that, like, oh, you always out. But like when I'm out for work. So when you're out for work, you're not really like just enjoying yourself. You still like. You got to keep your eyes open, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch how people move and then da-da-da-da. But, like, when you off, like, at 50-15, like, I can go be like, I'm chilling, I'm off, blah, blah, like, so I definitely like that. And then you just hang with your friends, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's not that industry fake shit. Like, I done seen, people try to, act funny with people because they celebrities and all that weird shit. Like, I ain't got to deal with that. Like,
just because I ain't, man, nobody care about him.
Exactly. Exactly. So, like, I'm home. I can just chill with my people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just downtime. So, and I feel like Houston is, I mean, like you say, Houston is just what it is, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to the women, when it comes to, like, everybody chilling, it ain't no, ain't no groupie shit for the most part. I don't know about these new age people, but, like, on our age range, like, shit, all right, oh, boy right there, okay, cool, what's up, homie? You cool?
We didn't let the cat out the bag on Houston, though. We was the best kept secret for a long time. I'm a little, I don't know how I really feel about it, but fuck, man, we didn't open up the world to see what we had down here.
I mean, I don't know. But for me, I feel like COVID. I like when they kind of opened up. Because remember at that point,
we was still open.
We was open, so a lot of places wasn't open.
Right.
So like motherfuckers doesn't. Because I can remember, because that's that March 10th. No, Bow's birthday on the 9th. We got shut down on the 13th because that was during tour too. So that was during tour. They shut us a hard down on that Friday. And then, like, so that's March. So by motherfuckers start getting, like, the first week or two, we like, all right, cool, shit, we get to relax, I ain't got to be on the road. But things start being, like, April, May.
Right.
And then motherfuckers like, oh, yeah, y'all inside. So then they start slowly trying to be like, okay, well, if you're a restaurant, you can kind of stay open a little bit later, but no nightclubs. So like, people start slowly. So here come Memorial Day that year, motherfucker like, I'm trying to go outside. Fuck this shit. Like, what we doing? So then Houston is slowly opening. So that's when you start having all this shit on the news about that. So motherfuckers like, oh shit, Houston is a gold mine. And you got to think about it too. Like, I'm in Atlanta, like, so I see Houston women are different. Like, they gonna still, they got some groupies, but they gonna still go to work. Like, they not looking for a nigga like Atlanta. They be outside like that. Like, I'm outside every night trying to find this nigga.
Looking for the cheese.
I'm trying to find that cheese every night. Like, I ain't got no job. Rent is due at the end of the month, so I'm gonna be the new nigga every night. Like, we got the most popping party in Atlanta on the Wednesday. It's an R&B party, all R&B. We had Janet Jackson. She came through this on some cool shit a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
I went viral because I don't even know how the fuck I went viral because that wasn't my goal. But like, I was posting Nelly and Ashanti. I was posting Ashanti because she was singing, so I'm just like, having a good time. And somehow Shade Room got a hold of that. But I'm like Nelly and Ashanti, like, people just pop in, like Neo be there, all that shit. So it's like, I was like, I see women every week with just different niggas, but that's just what they do, like they, like what.
Keep doing y'all. Just make sure I get my turn.
So let me go back to a podcast we did, and Dre is totally in support of women doing that because Dre said he had a pussy, he'd be slinging it all day long.
I would never.
That's
pay
what he
bills.
says.
I would never pay bills.
You see how you looking, Sean? That's what he said. Sean looking like. Then he got mad. He gonna get mad with me like, man, I don't want to have this conversation. But we were having a conversation.
I didn't get mad. The podcast, if you can go check it out.
Go check it out. You was kind of feeling some type of way.
I was just saying, like, I don't understand a broke woman. That's just my opinion.
You said a wet pussy and an empty purse
When
don't
we
go
did,
together.
I mean, I do agree with that, but also like, but what's the longevity of this though? Like what's the end goal of this? Because is the end goal? Because what I can't do, and I guess I'm just too prideful. Like I don't want to walk in a room and like I remember T-Town. I went on a date with a girl at T-Town. In fact, it was Bun's album release party.
Is this nigga say
Pimp-
T-Town?
Yes, Pimp was still alive. Pimp was still alive. What was that? What was the whatever album? Pimp had just went back to jail. Like the album had just came out. So whatever. I took a girl with me. When I say she stopped and hugged every motherfucking body, I was like, oh yeah, nah, I can't do this ever again. That was our first, and cause you think like say, like damn, you a bad one too. Like yeah, nigga, Bun shit. I fuck with Truck and da da da.
Yeah.
I'm Gucci. Like we finna go have a good time. I look. I'm the motherfucking groupie because you gotta stop.
You waiting on her?
I said,
Know them type of hugs.
yeah, I said I'm cool. I said I don't want no smoke with this ever again. That was our last date. Somehow I weaseled my way out of that one.
I had a girl do me like that.
That's crazy.
She told me I knew too many people. Like she was like,
Oh yeah.
I don't think I could do this with you. You know too many people. And I'm like, damn, them the homies. She was like, no, it was a lot of women, and I'm just not gonna believe you. You didn't fuck none of them. I said I didn't say that.
I didn't say that, but they're the homies.
Yeah,
the homies.
Like as long as you present yourself in the right situation, those the homies. Like it ain't no.
But women don't know how to do that shit right, because they be looking at the broad and shit. Niggas be real player about it. Hey, how you doing? Keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll let me.
Exactly. Blah, blah, blah. And they hate you with that.
And
I seen with that girl, man. I was just, man, that shit really wasn't.
They gotta look and let the broad.
But see,
know
now
something.
that's the gift and the curse for me too, cause like I don't want no chick that's like out with everybody or know everybody. But then you get like a regular girl and she don't understand how to deal with this lifestyle. Like how can a girl?
Right.
Like I still never forget. I lost a girl. What's the shit that used to be right there on Bamboo? Was that Bamboo? What's upstairs?
In Rice Village?
Rice Village.
Bamboo, yeah.
Oh my
So-
god.
We started out as something else. It was when I was called Bamboo.
Lana, you been over there? You remember that? I know you know, because white girls over there, so I know you know. Yeah, shit.
So
Why would I ask you
crazy
that
part
question?
was, so she was a school teacher, right? So she being a school teacher, she going to bed every night early, like, and it was a Tuesday night, I want to say, or something. And so she happened to meet me at the mall one day, or meet me at a store, and I got a particular shirt that I ended up wearing that night, and she was asleep, mind you. I can't take a picture of me. Me and the girl are face to face, but I don't know. I swear to God on my goddaughter life, I don't know this woman from a can of paint. But just because the way the picture is, we're in the backdrop. You don't even see my face. You only see the shirt. She's like, I know. And I'm like, man, I'm not gonna argue with you about no picture that I know for a fact. So it's like get a woman that's gonna be secure with herself and what I do, and because of what I'm around, and because like again, if I'm in Vegas, it's a 3-hour time difference. So you going to bed at midnight or 1 o'clock, and it's only if it's 1 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock in Vegas. So I don't start rocking and rolling until 1 o'clock. So now it's 4 o'clock. So it's like, I just can't. One thing I'm not gonna argue about is how I make money. Like
Absolutely
I'm just not like I can argue about a lot of things in this world, but how I make money, how I actually provide for you also, I'm not arguing about that. We're not gonna argue about me going to work. I know this, and
that's pretty big, man. Like
and then I'm gonna tell you, it gets worse too though. Social media, and I love my brother Brian Michael Paul Cox to death. But one time this nigga posted a video. I wasn't even doing nothing. This man posted a video, and then like, so the girl saw the video, and she was like, why is that girl hugging on you? I'm like, I say, we was in a club, it was hot, she was just standing around me, blah, blah, blah. I know you, and I know you ain't gonna let nobody be in your personal space. I'm like, man, so it's like all that shit. So yeah, so I that's why it's part of my issue too. Like you asked earlier about that, so it's just what I see in this lifestyle is very, like, I know, come on, I know y'all, I mean, maybe not now, but I know at one point, yeah, nah, y'all was doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, and now that you look at, you might be like, oh, she cool, but yeah, I know she.
You know what? Speaking of that, before we wrap up, Dre, I want you to answer that question.
Uh-oh.
What question?
I'm gonna sit back.
How do you deal with it? Do you think that's affected you being in a committed relationship because you've been around so long
course.
and you see it?
course.
Because Shawn said it affects him.
I mean,
Because he's seen it.
But
So-
you know, the crazy part about it, when I was in my other life, when I was out there running the streets and outside, like in the streets, like, you know, fucking around,
Okay.
it was much easier because it was understood. This is what I do. But now, in this space that I'm in now, like, you know, entertainment, movies, everything that I do now, shit, you know, sometimes I got to be outside to run into motherfuckers like him. Hey, bro, I need you to come on the show,
Exactly,
like
yeah.
different things like that. I network outside a lot.
Exactly. Yeah.
So a lot of times people don't understand that, and like I haven't been able to. I've had some good women in my life. I'm always gonna say that. I've had some outstanding women. This is me for sure, without question.
You fucked up a lot of them.
I'm fucked up. I'm perfect. They don't understand, like you said, and they don't understand my perfectness.
Right. That's exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I mean, I ran into that because, like he said, you have to find somebody that understands what you do. And I'm not gonna argue about how I make money, what I got to do to get money. I'm not finna ever go to that because this is what I do. This is what brings me. I like this. I like the space.
But what you do have a bunch of bitches with it.
Huh?
That's what they thinking.
Yeah, of course.
So
but like I tell them, motherfucker, any successful man, that's part of the game. That just you can't change it. But women need to get together and have a conference amongst each other and talk about it. Because there shouldn't be no such thing as fucking through the crew. Y'all got some shit y'all need to deal with. That allow us to be who the fuck we are.
Right.
Because I had a girl tell me, "Oh, I fucked the dude. He was married. I just want to see was he gonna cheat on his wife." Like, bitch, stop.
Yeah, like what?
Like just stop. Just stop.
Help me understand what's the rationale.
And then had the audacity to say he was wrong. I say, bitch, you didn't play no part in that. I say it was 50-50.
Yeah.
Nah, it was more him because he was married. I say, bitch, you tried to, man. I say most niggas are gonna cheat with opportunity.
That's not really true.
With opportunity, that's not
really
true. That is true.
I mean, yeah, okay.
I don't want you to say most. I just think that's.
I'm gonna say all then. Fuck it. All niggas
I
gonna
don't
cheat
think you
given
should say
opportunity.
all. I don't think that's true.
All right.
I think some people are really mentally and physically strong.
Okay, hold on. So the song that Beacock did for Division, if I get caught cheating, that don't mean I don't love you.
That's true.
Oh, I definitely believe that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
So-
believe
But
that.
the thing is,
But I don't think
the reason why I say that, I don't mean to cut you off. The reason why I say all men will cheat given opportunity is because we visual creatures.
Yeah.
The right bitch in the room when ain't nobody around.
Stick your hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, like I tell women all the time, go out one night and just tell nigga just pull up on any dude and be like, hey, let's fuck tonight. And I guarantee you, and I'm gonna try to say it, then walk up on every bad bitch, hey, let's fuck tonight. I guarantee you gonna get more goals than I'm gonna get.
Exactly.
Cause men, we just
you're gonna be batting 8 out of 10. If she really bad, she probably batting 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She
I'm
really
lucky
tough?
and I'm lucky to get 2 out of 10. Like, you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? That's a good night, 2 out of 10.
I tell you,
know
who
what I'm
gonna
saying?
bat. I tell you who gonna give a damn. Before we wrap up, I got a partner. He don't give a damn if he get 1 out of 100, but he gonna win.
But
And
once
that's
again,
my partner over there, right there.
Once again,
My
it's
partner right here.
work, Lonnie.
Shit.
Work, Lonnie.
I wasn't gonna call his name out, but I'm telling you, he gonna win. Hey, Shawn, check this out. This dude, this nigga right here. Hey, you trying to fuck tonight? We gonna go get something to eat, and when we leave, go get something to eat. We fuck. Oh yeah, you ain't trying to go there. Hey, what y'all doing? I mean, he would do this 100 times. I'm like, boy, you is tough.
You a cold, yeah. You
Oh,
a
he
cold
tough,
piece.
man. I ain't seen nothing like him. I swear to God.
Hey, my boy don't like he liked it over there, man. My boy's in there. What you say? You
Oh, I
dating now,
forgot.
right?
You in a real relationship
It's
now.
a real relationship now, man. Like,
My
shout
fault.
out to Lonnie, man. Good
It's
job,
old
bro.
shit, man. It's old shit.
Good job, Lonnie. That's
we
growth,
talking about
man.
old shit.
Yeah.
That
That's
definitely
growth.
ain't you.
I'm
now.
gonna grow up one. Like I said, I've had some good women, man. I fucked off some good women just because my insecurities. Because my thing is, I project shit, bro.
Yeah.
I think all dudes are like me. I think all dudes like, so a chick can be like, I got a homeboy. Y'all fucking.
Yeah.
I just, in my mind, because I know if I had a homegirl, we fucking.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up because
you know
that's
what I'm
not really true.
How? Break it down.
It's not because.
Like you said, you ain't letting your girl get no training because all the trainers fucking.
Oh, I definitely wouldn't.
Right.
No, you can't have no male. When a trainer is
Exactly.
putting your leg in the air, opening your leg. I don't believe in. It ain't no man that can handle. I don't. And maybe if you that type of trainer, you fuck. Well, you part of the LGBT community if you can do that shit consistently. Because you just can't keep doing all that shit, opening their legs up,
So a
pushing
nigga that
the
don't
leg
fucking
back.
clowns, he gay.
There's something wrong with him. I mean, that's not. That's just my belief. I believe it. I believe it wholeheartedly. I
This man
just.
terrible.
So why you don't let your girl have a male trainer?
I ain't got a girl.
Well, if you had a girl, you gonna let her have a male trainer?
I can train her.
You can train her, right?
Yeah, because I'm a fuck.
Hey, no disrespect to Shawnee, but didn't she start fucking her trainer?
I don't know.
I don't mean no
I think
disrespect
so,
to her,
yeah. I
but
think-
yeah, she was fucking her trainer.
Yeah.
Shaq got all this money, but this nigga opening her legs
See,
here and
you
doing
see,
this
You see what I mean?
and doing
Shaq
this.
got all that money, and you went and got a train. And I'm not knocking. Hey, I'm saying you got all this
Hey man,
bread.
this nigga just got it mad, man.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you about this lifestyle, though. Like, bro, I've been somewhere, right? I've been at the studio, and a girl FaceTime go off. I'm talking about, and so I'm just walking through the studio. This girl is, I'm talking about. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with that girl? Why she running? Oh, her husband just FaceTime her, so the husband don't know where she at. So she can't be in the room where all of us is at or what. So she trying to run to a corner and, like, you know what I'm saying, to put the phone close. I'm like, See, shit like that. It's like, I don't believe I'm better than nobody else. I don't believe I'm better than you. So if I can do it, then you can do it. You know, and women, again, like you said, women can bat 100 or bat 1,000.
They better than us.
Yeah, so I'm like,
They
I'm not
definitely
finna.
better than us.
So if you want me to put like trust in that, like I've seen so much. Like again, even when you start talking about like what you've been around, so I'm like, and then nowadays social media makes the world so small. You can slide in a celebrity DM quick, or if a celebrity coming, he got a host. Y'all might go to fucking Utah. Like I don't want nobody in Utah. But then they start looking through niggas' pictures and start looking, okay, I'm gonna look at this person and okay, da da da. And now you start sliding the DMs. So now it's like, it ain't hard like it used to be. Like back in the Gap, you had to know where people were staying. If you didn't know the Rockets, the opposing team stayed at the Four Seasons downtown, you just didn't know. You couldn't go look online and, they go to bathroom, the Post Oak. Everybody know what the bathroom of the Post Oak look like at this point.
Shit, you can take the picture and put it on there. It's going to tell you where it's at.
Exactly. So it's like these days, it's like, so life and social media makes it so small. Niggas just slide in your DMs, or you just slide in nigga DMs, like, or the women, I'm telling you how women really get slick. They gonna tag the celebrity. Like if it's like they take a picture or like they do some shit, like they tag them. So now he gonna go click on your page. Oh, that bitch kind of bad. Yeah. And then boom, here you go. So it's all type of so shenanigans are going on. So if you want me to like have trust in you more than like when I turn my back, I just be like, you know what, it is what it is, man. Like shit, we gon'
That's gonna happen.
Just keep it player, like you know what I'm saying.
Hey, my thing is, don't make me the fucking boyfriend. Keep me the cool nigga.
Keep me the cool.
Keep me the cool nigga. Let that nigga be the boyfriend. Let me be the cool nigga.
Keep me the cool nigga. I'm the cool, silent nigga. We can have as much fun.
I was a player. Smoke can be your man. He whine and dine, but me and you, we whine and grind.
Yeah. I don't mind kicking with a bitch, but you know what I'm saying? Don't make me the boyfriend. Keep me the cool cat.
Exactly.
I had this broad, man. Cool. She was riding, man. Shout out to you. I love you still. You cool guy. Now I've got to watch this shit. No, like we don't talk like that now, right? But seriously, we don't. Like,
you
on
some
real
like
shit.
You and a girl?
No, yeah, we don't. Like I had to leave her alone. Like she was.
I would like to think you left her alone.
I thought this was her boyfriend, right?
Okay.
But she would come to Kroger's like every week, man. Go shopping. She had two girls, like 11 and 13. She would send them into the store with the list, and I'd be knocking it out in the parking lot. We go take a ride. She come back, and I'm like, damn, the whole time I end up finding out, like, you really married. Like, damn, yo, you married for real. We was having problems.
Did you stop when you found out?
I didn't know, dude. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga called me. I didn't know. She fucked up one time. And he was like, this is her husband. And I'm like, okay, well, nah, we just cool. You know what I mean? Like, we went to school together.
But the way they went about it, she sent her girls in to get the groceries.
That's cool.
That was a good 30. Like, I'm going to give you a whole list. That's going to give you a whole, 30,
they was gone 45 minutes
exactly.
at least. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
we had a little spot on the side.
But that's one thing to give a list and meet and talk. You meet and fuck. Like,
exactly. Like we got 15 minutes. Get the shit over with.
Shit, it didn't take that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't need 15 minutes.
Shit.
That's a real.
That's a level of.
Hey man, I'm like Bernie Mac. Said, goddamn, 3 minutes.
But even
it's been known to be overlooked.
Even that, either or. But okay, let me ask you this: so did that mentally fuck with you going forward?
It really did.
In your thought process.
Oh, absolutely. Every time I was married at that time. Every time she told me she was going to Walmart, I used to be like, bitch. I done rode to Walmart a couple of times just to see like that shit do fuck with you. Like, but you going to Walmart? You was at Walmart for 2 hours.
But I tell women all the time, like, yo, my riding ass, I project that shit on you.
Yeah.
So I think that, all dudes like my riding ass.
We see life through our own eyes, man.
Yeah, sure.
So you know what I mean?
Especially when it comes to relationships. And I've had some good women.
I've done some riding shit with a bunch of women that like they was riding, man. I've seen it. Like, I'm like, you bitches is riding. Like, man.
I don't do the married chicks though. I don't do that.
No, I didn't. It didn't start off. Like, I don't want nobody.
I have, but not by.
No, I don't want to mess with nobody wife. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, straight up.
Okay, so let me ask you this question though. So what if you dealt with her first, then she got married?
See, that's a good one. That's my same situation. Like,
I dealt with that. I had a friend of mine. I've told 2 or 3 women.
She was mine first. Anybody tell you to marry her?
But I've told 2 or 3 women like that. Hey man, listen.
So it really ain't a new body. It's because you still was what it was before that.
But I try to tell them, like, I used to try to tell them, listen, man, I'm already married. I'm not finna leave my wife, go ahead and be with dude, man, so you can have a family and do all that shit you want to do.
No, that's not
I'm
what we're
bad
saying.
for you.
That's not what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Like,
No, it was my bride. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I was outside every day, so
but
shit,
I'm still
I was,
single though. So I'm saying if
I'm
nigga
just
married
saying.
my bitch, like, you know what I'm saying, am I entitled to the pussy or is he wrong or I'm wrong?
Yeah.
Because I need to know that. Because it was my bitch first. Now, like,
Exactly.
way before you.
It was yours first.
She wrong. It's not.
No, is he wrong for fucking my bitch? Because he should have known that I was going to come back and fuck my bitch, right?
She wrong.
Oh, why she
So
wrong?
if the bitch can't control that, she wrong. That you ain't did nothing wrong.
No, I know I ain't did
You
nothing wrong.
supposed to fuck her.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I mean, you ain't done nothing wrong.
Yeah, she was mine, right?
Absolutely, I agree with that. I mean, one thing about it, man.
My
Everybody,
ball, yeah.
all these bras done been somebody else trash at one time. Your wife was somebody else trash.
Ooh, see, that's ooh.
And I don't give a fuck.
That's
I
the
know it's
truth.
gonna hurt a lot of y'all
That's the
feelings.
truth.
But your wife don't think she done learned how to do all these things that you like and
Exactly.
didn't get taught by somebody.
Right.
Somebody taught her. Somebody said,
Everybody
"Ooh,
done
like
brought
this."
everybody done brought that used car. Like,
Yeah, because
every
you know,
car
I took a 7-year break, you know what I'm saying? I came on in some cars that was like regular. Them hoes was souped up when I got back.
yeah.
Them hoes was souped up.
Where did
I
you
was
learn
like,
that at?
Hey,
Exactly.
thank y'all to the dudes that leveled them up with
Yeah,
you.
I had
I
one girl.
appreciate
We
it.
finna go out here, man, but I never forget, man. I was like, my God, I had left for, you know what I'm saying? This was a while ago, you know what I'm saying? But I come back.
Well, you keep putting them stamps on that time.
Yeah, I gotta put the stamps on the time. Yeah, cause cause I don't want no smoke, man.
I know it.
Cause you know, women don't know how to have a conversation and to be over with. You know, they know how to consistently ask other questions about shit that's done with. But anyway, when I'm young because I went to the Navy. So when I came back, she like, God damn, you know, she like, I come get with her. I'm like, whoa. She was like, yeah, I learned a few things. And I'm like, you did? Oh my God. Who taught you this? And it was one of the homies. She told me, you know what I mean? And I was like, damn. I went to thank the nigga. He got mad. I didn't know. I'm thinking we still
You
cool.
out of
Like,
line. You can't be thinking.
I didn't know y'all was, you know. And I was young. I was like 22, so I learned, you know, that shit wasn't cool. I'm like this. And my partner right here, this has been my partner a long time. Man, if she go, she go.
Yeah.
And now, if it ain't, and only time I got a problem with is my wife. If it's your main broad, but everybody else, if they go, they go. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you mad about?
Yeah, my crew, you can only get one. You can
That's
only
it.
claim one.
Everybody else go.
Everybody else
If
go.
they go, they go. And a lot of women think the same way. They do that with us. We be thinking, you know what I'm saying? They'll go through the whole crew because they want to.
I had a chick tell me she was mad at me. She said, first of all, she said I was too friendly. She said, when I meet women, I just want to speak and hug and chit-chat. She said, I'm too friendly. Then she said, we had a conversation one day. We was talking about, you know, we not together. So I was like, you know, she asked me a question. She was like, would you be mad at one of your friends? And I say, nah. I'm like, shit, at least I know you fucking with a real nigga.
Yeah.
And she thought that was the worst shit in the world. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why would I want you getting on with another nigga? Why not go fuck one of my partners? Them niggas 1,000.
Regardless.
And we can talk about it.
Regardless. It's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah, it's gonna happen regardless. Especially if one of my partners seeing you out on a date with another nigga, of course he gonna try you because he know you're not mine.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. Cause
This is my last story,
you know.
Dre. This is my last story right here, man.
We gotta get my boy
So,
up out
Shawn.
here, man. We trying to get to this.
Yeah, we finna
80
let
tonight.
Shawn get out of here. Shawn. So this back in the gap, right? All the
How
homies-
back in the gap?
This back in the gap. Like it's probably about 04, 05.
Okay, let's
you know
get it
what I'm saying?
right.
It's way back in the gap. All the homies, we all go to Vegas and we take, you know, little broad I was messing with. We took, damn, I can't tell that.
Everybody say yeah.
It don't sound
I
like
can't
each
do
other.
that. That's too recognizable. Yeah, I can't do it. Hey, man, thank you for coming out, Shawn.
Man, we got one more question, man, before we get up
Yeah,
out here, man.
thanks for
'Cause
coming
my boy took out his time today, man. He went and got fresh for us, man. He can't fuck with his man. Like I said, bro, I'm so proud of you, my man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love you show me every time we out.
Oh, yeah, you know.
All them goddamn shots you sent over, man.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Trying to kill me.
For your birthday, yeah.
Yeah, you trying to anytime. I forgot to see you in a
yeah.
restaurant and you send
Oh
some shit
yeah. Oh
over.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anytime,
God.
I mean, we've been out, man. You've been gracious, man. But not too long ago, man, you had an Instagram post, man.
Oh Lord.
It said, "Why should men not have self-esteem as being a prize?" What made you post that? And give me the backstory to that
I
before we
was
get up
reading
out of
that.
here.
I'm curious. Yeah, thank you.
I just think, man, like, I think so much they want men to like down themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, we always gotta be like, we ain't who we are. They always like, you know, men shouldn't be the prize, and I don't want to be the prize. I want my woman to be forefront all day long. Like, baby, you do that, but like, I'm not no slouch either. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, good credit, you know, good job, you know, blessed to, just things that, I ain't got no kids. I mean, but that's not a bad thing or a good thing. But, like, I've never been married. So these things, like, I also, I've striving, as I've gotten older, I've actually worked hard toward it. Because, growing up, we ain't had good credit. You know what I'm saying? My
Right,
mama
facts.
used to put bills in my name. You know what I'm saying? So I've worked hard at it. So now for me to have an Amex and all this shit, like, nigga, I'm proud of this. So it's like, I'm not
As you
finna,
should be.
like, you're not going to act like I ain't, you know what I'm saying? And say like, oh yeah, you know, I'm like, and I don't think I'm better than nobody, but also I ain't no regular ass nigga, so you're not finna play with me like I am. So it's just like, I think so. I was having a conversation with somebody that's like, because of your social status, you think you're this and you think you're that and blah blah blah, and I'm not dealing with. I'm like, I didn't ask you to do it. I mean, I think, and that's the hard part for me because I don't have a problem with like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who you are, what you do, blah blah blah. Like, all right, cool. Like,
You just got standards. You have high standards.
Well, let me
and
add to
life,
that.
life is gonna go on with or without you.
Let me add to that, and let me say this to the ladies right now. Ladies, one thing you can't do is change a man. That's number one. Number two, a man has to decide to marry you, be with you. You're never gonna do. I don't give a fuck how freaky you is, how beautiful you is, how bad you is, how much money you got. You're not gonna change a man until that man's ready to change.
Facts.
Until we decide to stop making you, if we decide to make you the only bitch that we're fucking with, you have no control over that. That's something that we decide. So yeah, we are the fucking prize because we gotta have all our shit in order. Cause y'all ain't fucking with no duck niggas. You gotta have your shit in a row. So I feel ain't too many of us, bro.
Facts.
So I got my shit lined up. So I expect the best, and I'm not settling for less.
Hey man, y'all. I can tell y'all, both of you good brothers, is y'all are the prize.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
ain't too many guys like either one of y'all that most women gonna find, and so that makes it really. And that's what I was going up. That's what I was saying earlier, because women have had access in different things. When they look at you or they look at Dre, they automatically like, hey, I get access. And access is important because women want to feel important.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, that was funny one time. So I'm a girl I was, I guess, friends with. We stopped being friends. She ended up getting a boyfriend. So one time I'm walking into the club. This is a nerd club, but she literally was in line with her boyfriend. I'm laughing like,
That's happened to me before
you
too.
you and your boyfriend are waiting in line. That's cute. As I walk by y'all, like, but again, I think that's, I think that, like you said, the access is definitely, like, that's the cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a blessing to say, hey, you know what, Dre, I know Beyonce's coming. Can I go? And Drake be like, okay, cool. If you choose that, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, facts.
so it's like that accessibility to this lifestyle is definitely a cherry on top of everything else. But we good dudes, but like we not for the bullshit, and we
Right.
know. And also when you know your worth, and you know like I'm a good dude. Like my loyalty is second to none. Like I'm dying by. I will die behind my team. I would. If B Cox, if it's some. Literally one time somebody shot the club. I mean, not shot the studio, but it wasn't to do with us. Like it was like studio. You got different rooms with
Yeah,
so
yeah.
people rent it out. So somebody shot the studio. So it's time that we go out the back door. I run out first. I have Brian behind me, so I don't ever know what the fuck is gonna happen when I go out this door first. And I'm pretty sure you do the same thing for Slim.
No question.
Slim, you get out. You know what I'm saying? Because you make sure my family's straight. We need you alive. We need you, like, again, back to Ja. His team, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing, but, like, Ja, we need you straight. Because that way, if something
Man,
go
let's
wrong,
touch on that
our
before we
team
go,
gotta
man.
eat.
Like, before
Our
we
team
get up
gotta
outta here.
eat. So we can't have the big dog fucked up. The big dog fucked up, we all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Even though we all getting our own money.
But he set the table.
He sets the table. So it's like,
Absolutely.
so that's what I'm like, my loyalty is second to none. So it's like, if I'm gonna do all that, then I can't have, I ain't for the bullshit. So that's what goes along with, like, on top of the cherry, on top of what we gonna bring for you, the access you gonna have, but also our loyalty. I know you love your kids. I see how you are with your kids, like how happy you was when you came home, you know what I'm saying, with your kids. So like that's what makes it what it is. Like, fuck this outside shit. Like,
Absolutely.
what type of real nigga am I gonna be? I can't
Absolutely.
fuck with no nigga that don't fuck with his kids. Cause guess what?
Absolutely.
If you don't fuck with your own kids, how can I trust you with my life? Cause you don't even trust yourself with your own family. Like, them your people. Like, them came out of you. Like, is it fucked up that you might have had a one night stand? Like, we can go on record. Bow got a son. Bow only fucked his baby mama one time. One drunken night. If you ever want to hear about, like, can it happen? One drunk night. Didn't know shit about each other. I'm drunk. We fuck. Boom. So, but he still, like, he have his ups and his downs with it, but he take care of his son, so I can respect that. But some people, like, you don't take care of your kids, my nigga, you don't, Like I can't trust you with my life, and we outside, that's all we got. Like
That's facts.
if you traveling, when you say you went to Vegas with Jay and all that, and when you go with Slim and I go with my people, nigga, like it's us against the world. Like we might not make it home. Like something go bad, you know, like we got to be prepared to like whatever this look like, and it is what it is. So that's how I feel about that.
And sometimes shit don't be in your favor.
Exactly.
But, you know, I said this years ago when Michael Vick got into a situation like, you know, he was the provider for the crew. Like, fuck what happened. All right, this happened. Like, whatever this was, this happened. So at the end of the day, it's not going to be like, this is the top dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a crew, as an unspoken rule, you protect the top dog.
Exactly.
Like, niggas already got that larceny and hating their heart
Yeah,
already.
facts.
That's what that shit be.
But what I wanted to touch on was the Ja Morant situation. Everybody's had mixed emotions about Ja Morant. Put the camera on me. Let me get my time right now.
Give it to him,
Give it
goddamn.
to
Give
him.
it to him.
So, you know, old Thugger News, man, we've been going back and forth in our group chat, man. He was on live today talking big shit. But he got a point to an extent, and I'm going to see him in a little bit, and we'll have this conversation. But it's one of those things where it's like, nobody's saying.
Hold on, real quick before you go there. What Slim's?
Slim feels like Slim feels like that Ja Morant should be able to have a gun. He's worth X amount of dollars. He should have a gun to protect himself. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I agree with that 110%. Slim also feels like the NBA shouldn't be able to tell Ja what to do, how to do. He should be able to do whatever he wants to do when he's not in the NBA arena or in a Memphis Grizzlies uniform.
I disagree with that.
I mean, you have to disagree with that because the NBA is a brand. It's a 24-hour brand. It's a 24/7 job. You don't get to take breaks from anybody. That's why you make the money that you make. You don't go to these other companies making these type of dollars without any requirements. Like I said, if Ja want to play with guns on Instagram, don't work for the NBA.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing with Ja Morant is, bro, you are an unbelievable generational talent. You have the potential to make money for the rest of life. And it might not be about the money for you. It might be for whatever it is. It might not be there for you. But I'm a gun advocate. I'm not even supposed to have guns.
So you don't have guns. So that's okay.
Yeah, right. Not even supposed to have guns. Not even supposed to be around the guns. But I understand, and I support the Second Amendment. Still, even though I'm a felon, not supposed to be in possession of a firearm, I still support the Second Amendment based on the things I've seen that guns do. Mm-hmm. Guns protect. Like Shawn Taylor, for instance. If Shawn Taylor had a gun, he would be alive today.
Facts.
Because he could have shot warning shots. Them dudes ran up at his house, but instead he got hit in the leg and it bleeding out in his own fucking bedroom. Mm-hmm. That's not cool to me. So when I see dudes like Ja Morant, you're worth what an X amount of dollars. You're an NBA star.
Got a $231 million contract.
You're an NBA star, bro. Whether you paying for security or not, waving a gun on Instagram, bro, that's clout chasing in my opinion. To me, that's all. When I see rap dudes do it, it's clout chasing. Because I come from the old law, bro. You don't pull that motherfucker unless you plan on using it. Yep. I'm not in the video waving that motherfucker. I'm not in the strip club just dangling that motherfucker. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. I don't think nobody should lose no money behind that shit. I think, you know what I'm saying? But when you work for somebody, bro, you got to abide by their policies and their rules. No, you didn't break the law. But you play for an organization that's afforded you a lifestyle the way you can be standing on top of your motherfucking Phantom truck doing what you want to do.
Yep.
You only got that because you played basketball. You worked your whole fucking life to get to the NBA, bro. Your whole life you understood the NBA has rules and policies that you have to abide by when taking these people money. You have to support their brand, represent their brand, and you're not doing that, Ja. You didn't break no laws. No, you didn't do that. But when you sign this contract, in that motherfucking contract, I am sure that's language. Do not do anything to make us look bad.
That's what it is. That's what
I'm saying?
Behavior clause.
Yeah,
and there's a real issue on that too, Trey.
You know, so it's just you know, it's a touchy subject because, you know, I love the dude as a basketball player.
Yeah.
I love the dude as a talent. But, you know, these phones has gotten us in places, in situations we shouldn't be in.
Man.
I'm not finna just whip up my phone and go live without saying,
quick,
hey,
so real quick, tap on this. Right? So think about that. Y'all seen the thing that Mocha Fest a couple weeks ago? Remember,
Mocha Fest. Yeah, that was, yeah.
And you see how it went viral that same day?
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, back in our Kappa days and Freak Nigga, like, that didn't happen like that. Like, you had, like, y'all got to bring out y'all pictures now to reminisce. So it's like, nah, like you say, these phones are a gift and a curse.
What?
Like, for a lot of these people, like, this social media and all that, like,
it's a witness, bro.
Yeah.
It's a witness to everything you got going on.
Everything you got going on. Like, them people can go, like, they literally, like, I ain't gonna lie. Anybody know me? I love First 48. I watch First 48 religiously. When I'm on the road, wherever I'm at, I want to watch First 48. I watch that shit so much, I'm like, wow, people just tell on themselves so much. Sure. And like you said, with Ja, it's legal, but it's still like, I understand what Slim is saying because Slim is a gun advocate, and he's totally right. I'm a gun advocate. I got a license, but, you know, whether you have it or not, that's whatever state to state. But my issue with that becomes when you work for them, not even just white people, whoever you work for. I'm not gonna say white people because that's just like,
Right.
But when you work for somebody, you still have to abide by certain rules and standards that they have set. So my thing is, Slim is independent, so he can do what he want to do.
Absolutely.
I buy, but like once you sign to a major, they gonna tell you what you can and what you can't do.
But Slim has never had a job, period. So
Facts.
he's never understood the job structure, which is
Yeah.
a testament to him. He's never had a job,
That's
period.
beautiful.
Period, in his life, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, also want to tell Slim, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just making this about Slim, but
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
that's,
Anybody, yeah.
But it's one of those things, like, looking from an employer standpoint. If I'm an owner, I get paid from outside corporations, outside sponsors to provide for my team. People don't understand how the business of the NBA basketball works. Owners don't make a ton of money. The money that they make is in the value of their team.
Yeah.
When they sell their team, how they leverage their team to get whatever their deal's done, they have this in the bank. It's like having a fucking Picasso that's worth $1 billion in the bank, and you just waiting to cash that motherfucker and use that motherfucker for credit to do everything you choose to do.
Exactly.
Because the owner probably only takes home about $30 million a year, $40 million, maybe somewhere around there. I'm not quite sure what the number is.
Yeah, only.
But not only, but you know what I mean.
Nah,
But it's
go ahead.
one of those things where it's like, you want me to keep sparing your ass when you fucking up my bread, because the world is not for guns right now. A lot of people are not for guns. They might not say it. The NRA not going to support that shit because you the stupid motherfucker with the guns that we don't want that's making us look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because you doing all this goofy shit. That's not how. That's just being reckless with a firearm, man, in my opinion.
Here's the bigger problem to it, Drake. This is the biggest problem of it. And it boils down to what we consider as cool.
Right.
And John Morant, I consider you cool and a motherfucker without a gun.
Facts.
You know what I mean? If you sitting there home and you can making millions of dollars a year, living out your passion, your dream, and you're able to take care of your family for generations, that's cool as fuck to me.
Yeah.
Why do you want to come in and get on this rap shit that we've all grown up on, we all love? Them niggas, all them rap niggas want your money.
Hell yeah.
99.7 or 8, 99.9 of them motherfuckers ain't making your money.
Yep.
Facts.
You the goddamn star.
Yep.
And somebody has misinformed you. I don't give a fuck how much you love their music, nigga. You the motherfucking star. So get that through your head, homie. You know when you pull out that black card, you understand when you pull up to that bad motherfucker you live in, when you go log on to your bank account, that's some star shit right there.
Yeah.
And you
That bullshit about you holding up a motherfucking gun, that's some hoe shit, some bullshit. And you can't and the real part about that, I see your dad at the games. So obviously y'all have a relationship. And I think it's a real disrespect and a disgrace that you would disgrace this man the way you doing. You saying, fuck him, I have no respect for you. You making every real nigga look at him like your dad is a hoe because he can't control you in no kind of way. I'm just that's how I look at it.
Right, facts.
Your dad ain't shit. And I don't mean no disrespect to your daddy. I'm not saying
but that's the optics that you're giving.
I'm saying that's what you're projecting to say that. And that's unfortunate because the fact that your dad is at these games and get an opportunity to come on the court and do all these things, tell me there's a bond there. Mm-hmm. There's love there. So if I can see that and then I see you doing this dumb shit you doing, what it says to me is I don't got no respect for that motherfucker. He's just my dad. I let him hang with me. He's a hoe to me. That's what you're saying. That's what the fuck you're saying.
I agree 100%.
You can laugh about it, but
it's one of those things.
That's
like,
why I look at it. So you wrong the motherfucker. Hold on, Drake.
Go ahead.
So you wrong for allowing the world to look at your strong black father as a bitch. Because that's what I'm seeing, that you saying this man is a hoe and means nothing to you.
Right.
That's what I'm seeing. Now,
right.
And I'm not being disrespectful to you. Yeah. I'm telling you how a real man look at it.
Right.
Because if it was my son, I would feel like, God damn, what am I doing that you got to do this? Yeah. I did something right to get your ass to the NBA.
Right.
Some right. Somewhere this man was a part of your life and had an indelible impression on you. And now you get in the car and listen to some goddamn music and you got to wave your motherfucking gun around and say, man, fuck my daddy. Fuck my daddy. Because that's what you're saying. Go ahead, Trey. That's the way I look at that.
You know, I just, like I said, I don't want to disown you because, like I said, I'm a big advocate for changing in young men like Ja, whatever, But as a community, as a black community, like we need to put our arms around Ja and let him know that, hey man, we still love you without that. Like you just said, man, that image of you is not what we want to see. We want to see you swinging on the basketball rim, like what I'm saying. We want to see you crossing somebody over. I don't want to picture you in a strip club with a gun. I don't want to picture you in your truck waving a gun. I got all the 199,000 rappers out there doing it in every video I see. I don't want to see that from you, John Morant. And it's not. That's just my opinion. Yeah. This is my personal opinion.
No, it's not just your personal opinion. It's right.
You know, well, right or wrong, because some people might feel like it's wrong, and they what he's doing is right. Some people may feel that way.
They some goddamn folks.
And they may be, but in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for the masses. I'm going to speak for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if my son was doing that, the first thing I'm going to do, hey, man, where you at? Bring your ass over here. Man, what is you doing? I like sitting courtside, son. Exactly. I like having access that I get. I like when the ESPN cameras on me. But you fucking it up.
And them niggas that was in the car with you need to get rid of them motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck how much you think them your partners. If I got a partner around me that can't tell me, man, hey, man, I'm on my phone or you on your phone, put that motherfucker down. You don't need that nigga around you. Yeah. Get the motherfuckers around you.
And it's not just this incident with the gun. He's had a couple incidents with the guns, man, and like, it'd be different if it was your first time job. Them people just told you, put them fucking guns down, bro. You are the.
I'm gonna say that's the part they just
told you.
They just talked to him.
They just told
2 or 3 months ago, if it's been that.
March, I believe, yeah. So it's like saying you don't give a fuck, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the part I don't like. Motherfucker ain't never got to tell me to sell dope again. I'm never gonna do that again. Never. Because I understand the consequences that come with that shit. I lost 7.5 years because I made a choice. Okay, got it. I'm not gonna make that dumbass mistake again.
Homie, you one of the few stars in the NBA.
Fact.
It's not
they
a lot
searching
of
for a star.
You a certified star, you know, and you don't. Hopefully you get it and understand that you have a whole lot of influence on a lot of youth, and not only do you have influence on this youth, what you just did is give all of these naysayers who feel like you don't deserve what you have.
Exactly.
You gave them all the ammunition they need to consistently say, this is why we shouldn't pay these niggas like
and
this.
that's the point I'm coming from.
That's the problem.
That's the point that I'm coming from.
Don't look at it, because at this point, you're being selfish.
Right.
Because you have to understand there's somebody coming behind you. Mm-hmm. And so those guys that's coming behind you, you hurting them. Mm-hmm. And just me listening to you, I can tell you much sharper than that. You ain't no slow dude, man.
Nah, he's slow.
You know what I mean? You're a pretty intelligent guy who just young and did some dumb shit. And let me tell you, I'm not gonna say, I said something earlier, but I said you need to get rid of them dudes in the car with you. I'm not gonna say that, because I realize y'all all young and stupid than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
I mean,
I can't say it no other way. I've had shootouts down Antoine when I was his age.
But it's, I think it's one of those things where we as we get older, we've had life to live, we had life experiences, and we understand the magnitude of what's happening, whether he lose money or whether he don't. We just understand the look of it, the optics of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, next man up. Like, first of all, dreads and all these other antics that you do on the court, a lot of people don't agree with that. But they allow it because of who you are.
Man, they better than me. If I was a goddamn owner, I'd make all you motherfuckers cut y'all goddamn man. I wouldn't give a damn what a motherfucker thought. You gonna play in the league with me, you gonna cut that shit off. And you gonna be I'd goddamn have Kawhi Leonard ass every day if I was an owner. Your motherfucking ass going to speech classes and training around this motherfucker. Cause you basically, Kawhi Leonard gives LeBron and everybody else $5 to $10 million a year, because he's not camera friendly. Yeah. Man, you better goddamn get your ass up there and smile a little bit more and get this endorsement money.
Yeah.
Fuck wrong with y'all, man? You motherfuckers ain't finna have none of this shit on your head. Call me Uncle Tom. I wouldn't give a goddamn, but I'm gonna make you rich, goddamn, and I'm gonna get richer with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll be goddamn.
Like I said, I'm a firm believer, bro. Like I said, to each his own. Everybody make their own choices. Everybody do what the fuck they choose to do. Not knocking that, bro, but when you see something, though, as black men, let's hold each other accountable, bro. Yeah. And that's something that we lose now, man. Like, oh, you hate. No, I'm not hating. This is trying to steer you in the direction because I've been down that road already.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I know what, the naysayers say. I know what the whispers say. And I told them, man, the media finna be all over this shit on Monday morning. They ain't got nothing else to talk about. It's NBA offseason for almost. Ain't no NFL going on. They finna ride this shit.
Ride this shit out.
It's top story. Even the dudes on TV talking about it, they get paid to talk about this shit in a negative light.
Can you imagine if
their network might not stand with that?
Can you imagine if they were still in the playoffs and he did this?
Right.
Ooh, and he got suspended, and you done fucked off all these people money because you suspended. Yeah. Can you imagine if they won? They in the playoffs, but be in the Western Conference
Not to take nothing from the Lakers, but that's kind of what happened in the first round, man. That affected their team, and
Yeah.
they didn't have no momentum going into the playoffs.
Yep.
And they were a good team. They was a 3 seed, 2 seed.
Yep.
They had no
got
momentum
dropped.
going into the playoffs because of his incident. And all I'm saying, I'm gonna leave it with this, man. Like, you know, Ja, you're a young man.
Yeah.
You grown. The people just told your ass, bro. Take heed, bro. I want to see you with your 200, man. I want to see you
definitely wanna see
be the
Exactly.
face of the NBA. I want to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't block your blessing, bro.
Please
You was
don't.
gifted with a talent, man. Don't block your blessing for clout.
Exactly.
And that goes to everybody out there, man.
You got clout. You rich.
It's we doing too much shit for clout, man. I see girls riding down the freeway, shaking ass out the window. Man, what if something go bad, man? That's just an
Yeah.
unnecessary
Yeah.
predicament to put yourself in for fucking clout, for some fucking
Nah,
likes.
you see that thing? Somebody died off of TikTok. They was like on top of like moving trucks or some shit, like trying to do some TikTok shit.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
nigga
I can
fall
only
off
imagine.
He fell off a truck.
These fucking phones and these clicks, these
Yeah.
likes, bro. Like, man, it just
I'm cool.
It's,
Y'all
it's,
got
it's,
Let
Yeah,
me
y'all
live.
got
Don't
it.
like
Yeah.
me shit. Let me live.
Exactly.
If I gotta goddamn die for a like, let me live.
I'm cool. Y'all got it.
Man, listen, we can do this shit all day,
validation.
man.
I don't need no validation from nobody.
Absolutely.
Well, you
Yeah,
definitely
don't know.
don't, son. You got access, man. You been
you
been
got
fucking
access.
around, man. I let you make it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know you just like that, so I let you make it. But yeah, I really wanted to go there.
He
but I
really
ain't
wanted to
gonna
ask about all the backstage parties.
Yeah, I wanted to know how many
Well, nah, I
times
ain't doing it.
I ain't gonna do it with you. I ain't
I
gonna do it to you, man. I ain't. See,
All
Dre.
I do is go to work and go
Dre
home.
trying to put
That's
the key
right.
in my back. to
My
tell-
boy
ask you
say
shit. I'm not
my
gonna
boy
do
say
it.
he is a professional.
No, he's not. That shit is not possible. He may be. You know what? He older now. How long you been doing this shit?
Since I was in my 20s.
Oh yeah, you older now. Yeah, you mad out.
But I'm still not. You know. I'm
Oh,
not-
you was a professional when you was 23, 24?
Nah.
Exactly. You was fucking them all.
Yeah, we all, you know.
I ain't mad at you. You supposed to.
Yeah, we reap the benefits, whatever
Right,
benefit
right.
that might be.
Man, thanks so much for coming on the show,
Thanks for
man. I
having me,
appreciate
man.
it.
It's my first
too,
time meeting, but I definitely got love for my brother.
Always. Much love. Thanks for coming
Thanks
out,
for
I
having
man.
enjoyed the hell out of you, man.
Oh yeah.
And it's a Monday, by the way, man. We made a special segment for my boy because I got to catch him when I can catch
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I show pre.
He got his girls a drug shirt on, just so we all, y'all girls are drugs, man.
Yeah, they are. You
bitches
know,
are
good
drugs.
drugs or bad drugs.
Absolutely. I only like good drugs.
You only like good drugs.
I don't like good drugs.
Dre, you ain't even high today.
I
smell you.
wanted to come in and, you know what I'm saying,
Normally I get high off of your contact. I don't smoke. But Dre will come
Me
in and I get high just
Because
off.
me and my boy, we haven't really sat down and talked, man, so I want to be focused on my point, and I think we
Okay.
put out a good interview today. I think it was dope.
Yeah.
Because he's not drinking today, so he's not drinking, so I'm not smoking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I
good.
might have a drink after this though.
Yeah,
I
I'm
might.
sure.
I'm sure we got a drink back there. Go knock yourself out, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man.
Definitely,
Shawn,
man.
we appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. John Moran, man, we love you, homie.
love
If
you.
I said anything harsh to you, I meant that shit. And I hope
of
you
love,
out of love.
It was
What you mean
totally out of love.
Out
I
of
meant
love.
it out totally out of love. And I hope you come on back and bounce back from this
See,
shit.
that's the biggest
Don't
thing.
make your
like,
daddy
like,
look
like
bad.
you just said right there, like it's out of love. Like you can't be a yes man. Like somebody gotta say, bro, you fucking up.
Facts.
And if you don't say that, then like you might think that shit is cool. And I don't. My thing is like, bro, this happened 2 months ago. Like you
Yeah,
just went through the same exact
right.
thing.
You
so
knew better.
What like I don't. The first thing, everybody want to argue the first time, like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But even with them, like, still, you kind of know, like, you know what I mean? You come from a 2-parent home, and that's not going to make it good or bad. But, like, you kind of, but now it's just your second run, bro. Like, it's your second go-round, and you just kind of, like, beat that case, if you, quote, unquote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You did your 8 games,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. You did your sensitivity, whatever, therapy, whatever that was. But now, what they gonna do now? Like,
Shit was just unnecessary, bro. You
Yeah.
just brought unnecessarily
You
light
got
on
great
and,
parents, man. Make them look good, homie.
Hold on, before we go, where can the people find you, bro? Are you looking for any new
definitely.
acts? You trying to be, you content where you at?
you know,
Okay.
You don't want you don't want no new artists, no new clients.
That's how you know it's good, boy. Boy, God is
That's
good,
good.
boy. Thank you, boy. Boy, that's
good
good.
work.
Boy, that's good right here.
That's
boy.
good.
I got,
Hey, man.
I got enough headaches day in and day out. I don't need nothing there, nothing.
Let me hit it one more time, man. R.I.P. to my partner, man. Love you, boy.
Yes, sir.
Goddamn,
I'm gonna
Andy
throw up the
Ray
nickel one
Fuck.
time. I know this ain't my thing, but I'm gonna
Tuck
throw it
up
up
that-
one
y'all tuck it
time.
up, man.
I'm gonna throw it.
I'm gonna throw up the West End. I'm gonna
Throw
throw
up
up the
the
South
West,
Side.
Throw it up, man. Hey,
Yes,
man,
sir.
thank y'all for tuning into the Cole and Dre
That's right.
show.
Thank y'all for having
I'm
me.
Cole.
And this is Dre, and we out.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey. Hey, man, what time it is, man? Hey. Relentless. Hey. Relentless. Hey. 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 Hey, Cole. Boss straight. 2 mother, watch your mouth. No count. All facts like what you talking about. Boy, listen. Pay attention to what we talking about. We can show you how to make 100,000 in the drop.